Frankie Louvu, unfortunately, my friend, you are not Troy Polamalu. Although, if he jumped over the line again, we would have had a touchdown go up on the board for the Eagles. Unfortunately, he did not jump again, and no one on the defensive line jumped again.
That would have been that would have been a fun thing to watch if I was watching the WWE, but that's tomorrow.
Or if you're Jared Verse.
Right?
Yeah. Jared Verse would have made the sack.
He has the athleticism to do that too. Like he would have done it better.
And famously, Bobby Wagner did the same thing. I think it was against New England that he jumped. It was like I think it was a Monday night game that he jumped a snap, but cleared everybody, so it wasn't a penalty. If memory serves, that's what happened. It's been a while. It's been a while since I actively watched a Seahawks game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I only watch 2 of those a year, usually, unless there's a primetime game. So
real.
I guess we might as well intro. Ladies and gents, welcome to a live watch party. We are going to be watching the AFC title game. This is not episode, I think, 106, 105. I don't remember what number we're on quite yet. We might treat it like an episode. We might go back and rename it later, actually. I'll leave that possibility open. But for now, this is just a live. We're watching the AFC title game.
Yep. I do have some updates for us, though.
All right.
Here we go. Bang, bang. Let's draw some X's, fellas. NFL divisional round.
This is going to sting.
Sorry, Texans. You're out of here. I'm going to duplicate this. So we have one.
This is going to sting. This is going to be painful.
Detroit Lions, you're out of here.
What happened to those guys?
Yeah, that was a strange one. Unfortunately, Jack, Matthew Stafford called the wrong blitz protection. And unfortunately for me, Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews. And one more. Sorry, Commanders, you're gone. So the Eagles.
Good effort. Valiant effort.
Are in the superb hour.
I'm not going to say valiant effort in that game because I just got blown out, but valiant effort for the year overall by the Commanders, because to go from whatever was going on with that team beforehand to the NFC Championship game is like a huge step in the right direction. So don't lose faith if you're a Commanders fan. Like the new ownership and the first year of the new ownership, bam, NFC title game.
What's up, Jabari? Jabari, big Jalen Hurts fan, by the way. Big Jalen Hurts, big Kyler Murray fan. So shout out Jabari. Shout out the AFC North group chat.
He likes mobile QBs, I see.
Yes, he does. And Kenny Pickett.
All right then.
Hey man, Kenny Pickett going to the Superb Owl this week
as the backup, but yes, he is in fact going to the Superb Owl.
Yes. So who, Jack, before this game gets underway, who gets the X in this game?
I am rooting for the Bills, but my prediction was the Chiefs. My prediction, I have to look on the U Stadium page because I posted everybody's score predictions there. I got the first game dead wrong. I said, I think I was the only person, by the way, who picked Chiefs Commanders Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that was it.
And I kind of did that as like partly based on what I thought would happen, but also to kind of like differentiate myself a little bit because I was making the graphics super last minute and I was like, oh, I don't have my own prediction ready yet.
Sure.
So
I think it ended up being 3 of us were on Chiefs Eagles, then 2 people were on both combinations with the Bills, and then 1 person was on
I had 34-28. I thought this was going to be an overtime game. This one that we're going to watch right now, I have 27-24 Kansas City is my prediction.
Yeah, I think Kansas City. I have money. I have American dollars on the Bills again, but I do think the Chiefs get it done. I think the Chiefs are a better team. We didn't actually get a chance to talk about it, but this could be Cope. I'm aware this could be Cope. The Bills didn't exactly impress me last week. I think they beat Baltimore. I think a lot of Baltimore's a lot of why Buffalo won was more Baltimore's shortcomings, Baltimore making mistakes, Lamar throwing a bad interception, Lamar fumbling on a bad snap. The Andrews the Andrews drop at the end was all on Andrews. The one miscue Baltimore had that I think Buffalo really forced was the Andrews fumble. But I don't know. I thought Buffalo looked like the inferior team last week, and Baltimore just made mistakes and gave Buffalo the game. And this week, I don't think Kansas City makes those
I
mistakes.
think you could honestly say the same thing for the most part about the Rams and the Eagles game. I feel like the Rams for a large portion of that game were the better team. I feel like Stafford was the better QB. The
Mhm.
only reason the Eagles won that game is A, they have Saquon Barkley, and B, we had a really weird blitz call fail thing happen like right at the end of the game. That was a dagger, man. I'm hurting from that one. That Puka Nacua catch that gave me hope, dude. I thought we
I
had
mean,
a
if you win
shot.
that game, that's like on the shirts. That's like on shirts everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It's like I was telling people the other day too, or like the day after that game. I was like, I need to take a little bit more time to appreciate that Puka catch because I can't do it because I think about that and I'm like, oh, but we lost the game and their season ended. But
Mhm.
the fact that the Rams have Puka Nacua now for the next several years, I hope that guy retires here, man. Honestly, he's insane, absolutely insane. But yeah, it is what it is. We're just gonna have to eulogize our teams later and move
Yep.
on. I'm sure
Tough
we'll be doing
scenes.
a lot of that in the next. But I understand where you're coming from, and you felt like your team was the better team.
Mhm.
I guess I did too. Call it cope, but I feel like a lot of the running back difference is what decided that game.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's just tough that your season in the NFL comes down to one game, and in this case, one play. And it's just unfortunate. Yet I did think that the Rams, in large chunks of that game, outplayed the Eagles, and Saquon made a couple huge plays, so it didn't end up mattering. And Jalen Carter came through in the biggest moments. That's
All
what
Bo
you,
Limmer had to do was pick up his block in the middle.
yeah, just unfortunate. Or if Stafford calls the blitz protection right, and then
Or
you
if
have
he just gets rid of the ball. I know that there's the whole like intentional grounding thing, or like, and I
yeah,
know that like some people are saying, oh, he was right up in his face in time, so maybe he didn't have enough time to do it. I don't know. I'm not Matthew Stafford. I wouldn't have seen. I wouldn't know unless I was him. But
mhm.
I feel like there maybe could have at least been an attempt to try and get. It's just anything but a sack there, man. Anything but a sack. If even if it's an incomplete pass, the clock stops. You have time to set something else up, but you take the sack. Now you're like under pressure with no timeouts. Clock's running out, and it's just it sucks, dude. It really sucks.
Absolutely. Well, folks,
I'll talk more
the
about the Rams' future later, but yeah,
yes,
for now, we have
the
an AFC title game to keep an
yeah, we
eye on.
do. The fourth meeting between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Before we go through, I will give a brief synopsis of those games. This is the second AFC Championship game between these two teams, and it is the one. Holy Christmas! 4, 5, 6. This is the seventh meeting all time in the playoffs between the Bills and the Chiefs. First time way back in the 1966 AFC Championship game. The Chiefs eliminated the Bills 31-7. They advanced to Super Bowl I. They played a 1991 divisional round with the Bills winning by 23. They played the conference championship in 1993. Bills win by 17 to advance to their fourth straight Super Bowl. Then, of course, the 2020 AFC Championship game, Chiefs win by 14. The world famous 2021 divisional round, the Chiefs win in overtime by 6. And then last year with the Tyler Bass missed field goal, the Chiefs once again won, this time by 3 points. So, funnily enough, the last seven matchups, the Bills are 4-0 in the regular season. The Chiefs are 3-0 in the playoffs. So,
Is this finally the year that Josh Allen and the Bills overcome their demons in the postseason? We will have to find out. If it looks like I'm looking off screen, off camera constantly, my game is on this monitor right here to my right, your guys' left. So
and
that's why I look like I'm looking away.
Same on my end. I have Evan Washburn talking on my screen over to my
Josh
left.
Allen just ran on the field for me, so I'm going to be a little bit ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, but that's okay.
Listen, it's karma because you were ahead of me during the NFC title game that we watched a few years back.
This is true. And the famous Rams-Bucks game.
Yeah, that was an experience, to say the least.
And I remember I had to mute myself, and I couldn't react when
I feel like if we had the Super Bowl,
Stafford had the
If we had the
People on
Super Bowl
Cup.
watch party that year, I feel like we could have pulled it off. Because I look back on that and I'm like, I could have just asked you to like mute and take yourself off camera for
Or
like the
like
final,
pause or something.
yeah, or something for like the final drive. Because
Uh-huh.
I would have gone ape shit. I was losing my mind when Aaron Donald got that sack
Oh man,
or force heading, whatever. I
crazy
don't
scenes,
care.
and we
I
would
was
have
I
had
was
the
watching it
music
because
in
I
the
can
background.
cope now.
Yeah, man,
Rams are the most recent NFC team, or the most recent team not named the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl. There's a deep pass. Oh, that was almost picked off.
oh god.
That's gonna make it.
Of course, Josh Allen. Of course, he just turns into a pumpkin when he's not playing the Ravens. And this is gonna sound like cope. Truly,
That's
I
the
think
royal
Allen was
days,
fine
Cope.
last week. Allen had one completion over 10 yards. Had one pass that he threw 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And
I again relate to you 100%. Jalen Hurts only threw like one. Okay, that was not fourth down. This is now third down. They had a typo on the scoreboard. I think Jalen Hurts only had like no passes above 5 yards or something like that
yeah, it was
against the Rams.
not the prettiest game, I'll say.
Allen escaping pressure, gets it away. Oh my god, it got bobbled like 4 times by the defense and it falls down.
Oh. You got to catch those, Brian Cook. You got to catch those.
That's the second time that he.
Mm.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. And
that's why they're not wide receivers.
Yeah. I'll see if I can pull up PFF real quick because I have the login. I just don't know if I have it on my laptop. But yeah, I do because Josh Allen didn't have a turnover worthy play in like an eternity.
That was nearly blocked.
Let's see, third down. Bro, that could have been picked 3 different times.
I have a Discord server open up on my other screen, and like people are reacting to this, and it's funny seeing everybody going like, "Oh my god!"
So, assuming that counts as a turnover-worthy play, that's Allen's first since Week 16. He had 2 against New England. Only at 15 on the season. By percentage, by far the lowest of his career, only 2.3%, and a big-time throw percent of 7%. So, second best career big-time throw percentage and the best turnover-worthy play percentage of his career. Ironically enough, it is his lowest PFF grade, passing grade since 2021, but he had a 94.4 rushing grade, so he ended up with the highest offensive grade of his career, but not a great start for number 17.
Nope, now we get to number 15. They've already got a first down.
That's crazy. 2 passes, 2 dropped interceptions, and not like tipped interceptions like off a hand or anything.
No, those are just straight up drops.
Like legitimate, like right to the Chiefs. And
yeah, like I thought both of those times they were getting picked off.
That's crazy.
In a little bit of fairness, I guess. Oh, that was a nice pass. One of those passes was a bit forced by Josh Allen because he was just coming out of pressure. I think at that point, maybe just try to run for it, but.
Yeah, just tough scenes there. Saquon Barkley really had 3 rushing touchdowns. And Jalen Hurts also had 3 rushing touchdowns. Jack, I know I'm more the trivia guy, but I have a trivia question for you.
Sure.
So Saquon and Hurts became the 4th and 5th NFC players to have 3 rushing touchdowns in an NFC title game. Can you name the other 3?
3 rushing touchdowns in an NFC title game.
Yes. One player is a Hall of Famer.
I feel like one of them is Christian McCaffrey.
Wrong 49er.
Oh, wrong 49er. Okay,
yes.
So
so one player is in the Hall of Fame. One player will be in the Hall of Fame in a year or 2. I forget when he retired, but he'll be in the Hall of Fame soon enough, first ballot. Both of them won an MVP award. And then number 3 is the other 49er. Or a 49er not named Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, Mahomes is very shifty and hard to tackle.
Yeah, Mahomes is just such a backbreaker on those short runs. You know, he always gets the yardage he needs. It's like he has like his Madden speed is always like one more than the defender trying to chase him. Yes, Josh Allen off to a brilliant start, although PFF didn't give him a turnover-worthy play for his first pass attempt, which I feel like is a little aggressive, we'll say. Oh, I can check the PFF grades for the Eagles game. Let me do that. Highest graded player for the Eagles, Jalen Hurts. 83.3 offensive grade. For the Commanders, highest offensive grade was Zach Ertz in the revenge game, 77.8. Flipping over to the defense, the Eagles led the way. Cooper DeJean, 88.4. Jordan Davis, 87.4 on 13 snaps.
I think of like the recently retired running backs.
Mm-hmm. Play for a bunch of different teams.
He's gone. Oh, no, he's not. That was Juju Smith-Schuster. Almost gone, but he got taken down inside the red zone.
Who is number 1 on the Chiefs?
That would be Xavier Worthy.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay. I guess I didn't read his name right. Okay, Xavier Worthy.
I thought Juju was 8, but I guess that was somebody else who they signed.
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins. That's who it was.
Do we like the jersey rules that like Pacheco can wear 10, Hopkins can wear 8, etc.?
I'm used to it by now.
Yeah.
I feel like after a few years have gone by, I'm used to it by now.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that there is a bit more freedom and that you don't have weird situations where like you have wide receiver wearing like, or a running back wearing a number in like the 40s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a cornerback wearing, well, I guess like Keller Witherspoon wore 44 last year, but
huh.
I guess it also kind of depends on the player.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I think I forget who it was that made the point, but I agree with it that to wear 0, you have to be like an awesome player.
Yeah.
Like
you have to have aura to wear 0.
Yeah, like Roquan Smith is fine. Like, you know, he's an all-pro and a Pro Bowler every year. And okay, he wears 0, that's fine. But if you're a bozo, like a rookie, I don't think you should be able to wear 0.
Alvin Ridley betting on yourself all the time.
Yeah. Well, see, Ridley is funny because like he's like a really good player.
He is a good player, but
hasn't been on the field enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, Josh Allen.
I'm gonna think of him, and I'm gonna think about like, oh well, he gambled on himself. So.
Oh God, Josh Allen with a 35 passing grade right now. Woo boy. Ooh boy. I gotta send
and touchdown, Kansas City.
I gotta send that one in the group chat.
That one. I don't know who 29 is.
29 for the Chiefs.
That's Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt takes it to the house.
All right.
There's your scripted drive to start this one.
A whopping 34 offensive grade for Josh Allen right now. Which, granted, it is the first drive of the game, but yeah, everyone else is like 60 or 57. He's solid 34. So, good job. Kareem Hunt. Known NFL rushing leader, Kareem Hunt.
I have completely lost track of the trivia question. So
yes, I will repeat it for you.
Okay.
There are 5 players in the history of the NFC Championship game to score 3 or more touchdowns. 2 of them did it today. That would be one Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. Name the other 3. The first 2 are former MVPs. The first one is in the Hall of Fame. The second one will be inducted, probably in all likelihood, first ballot here in a couple years. And the third is a 49er not named Christian McCaffrey.
I'm wondering about the Eagles in the other NFC title game that they played in not too long ago against San Francisco, where they like just ran up the score on them the whole game.
It is not from that game.
Not from that game.
Also, Eagles or NFL fans are calling for Tom Brady to be fired for his commentary during the game today. Okay. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't. It's such a weird scenario too, because he's like owning the Raiders while doing all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand you have to have rules, and it's weird for like a owner to be an announcer, but I feel like he's not able to do his job properly.
Yeah, I feel like that really gets in the way of like, because if I was an owner of the Rams, for example, and I was still doing this show, I can't yell about in this game how an NFL ref screwed up a blatantly obvious call that was screwed up. So
Right. Yeah, it's goofy.
that's like the same situation Tom Brady is in. And like as a professional broadcaster, like that is literally his job to be like calling out the refs if they screw something up.
Yeah, it's just like a conflict of interest, and it hurts to me. It hurts the product. Like I'm fine listening to Brady. Like I don't have any like
Yeah,
I don't have any issues with it, but just like the quality ends up suffering. I don't know how it like what a like say Greg Olson would offer instead of Brady, and I'm sure there's pros and cons. And Brady can offer more like personal experience, especially with quarterback play.
Olsen, though.
Yeah, but Greg Olson was good at his job.
Yeah, I feel bad for Greg Olson. Greg Olson and Mike Tirico are a duo in Madden 25.
Huh.
They're the ones that I listen to all the time.
I have not opened Madden 25.
Mostly because I no offense to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, but
hey, man.
I hear those guys. No, listen. It's not
okay.
slander. I hear them all the time in Madden because they were like the only duo for every year before this year.
That's a good point.
Every year.
That's a good point. Also, Brandon Gaudin does Braves games.
So. Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to slander him, but he's good. He did one Rams game actually in 2020. So
Joe Davis does the Dodger games. He's awesome.
I love Joe Davis.
Like he's top tier. All right,
Dodger fans, we should be blessed for multiple reasons, and having Joe Davis is one of them. For many reasons, I should clarify. Considering the current state of this team.
True. Yeah, man. We're not going to talk about the Dodgers. I don't know if you did catch our last episode of Losses Above Replacement, but I did say we were talking about the recent moves the Dodgers made, signing Roki Sasaki, Tanner Scott, and Kirby Yates. My 3 words in response was best of X, that it's great for the regular season, but you still got to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's literally it. That's the thing about the like everyone is constantly whining about like, oh, baseball's ruined and like nobody should try anymore. First of all, blame the league and the owners that are too cheap to spend. And I say blame the league because there's no salary cap or floor. I think at the very least there should be a floor. And then the other thing is like the Dodgers are they still have to play 100 and they have played exactly 0 of 162 regular season games. The baseball season is long. It is a grind and a half. And yeah, teams are definitely going to slog through it all. So don't just assume that they're going to win it all right off the bat. Except that's what I did last year and they did. So
yeah, fair enough. By the way, Justin Reed, super nice guy.
Shout out Justin Reed. First down and 15 for Buffalo after an offside or ineligible man or some kind of penalty.
Illegal formation.
Okay. They're calling a lot of those this year.
Yeah. See, Baltimore feels like they should be a team that just runs RPOs all day long, but every time they run one, they get called for an illegal man downfield. It gets super frustrating.
That's another complaint that I have about Madden is there might be like some kind of glitch in the game or something weird like that, because when they added the Philly special to Madden, every time I ran it, I would get called for an illegal man downfield. And I'm sitting here going, that literally is not how the play works.
Yeah. So. And you got to like, I understand on RPOs, it just gets frustrating because like you got to get rid of the ball like right away. There's no, like, you just got to get rid of the ball. So
yeah,
tough scenes.
Another third down upcoming for Buffalo.
Yeah, Osiris Torrance rocking a 0.0 pass blocking grade right now. Elite stuff.
Just incredible. Third down and 3. Allen makes a safe pass. It's a first down. Shakir gets out of bounds. It was 1st and 15, but they converted. That's their first down of the game. I'm still thinking of running backs. Have not abandoned your trivia question. I'm just deep in thought.
It's all good.
I probably don't remember which 49ers player it was.
He led the NFL in touchdowns last season.
That sounds like McCaffrey, but I know you already said it was not him.
McCaffrey.
Allen taking a shot downfield in the double coverage. That's out of bounds.
Probably a PI there.
Why do I not remember who threw the?
He led the NFL in rushing touchdowns and total touchdowns last year.
Rush touchdowns last year.
Made his first career Pro Bowl. Former Raven, by the way. That's not going to help you because he didn't have a rushing attempt with Baltimore. But
the fact that you said that he led the league in total touchdowns makes me think it's not a running back.
It is a running back. He had 18 rushing touchdowns and 3 receiving last year.
Okay, so he had 3. Okay, so yeah.
Yep.
They used him as a receiver a few times.
Yep.
Allen on the sneak. I don't know if he got there. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I frankly don't think I'm going to have the male fortitude to watch the Super Bowl if it's Bills-Eagles. It'll just be every 3rd and 2 is going to be a tush push, and it just gets annoying.
I would rather watch that than Chiefs-Eagles again, I'll say.
That's a valid enough point, although that was a great Super Bowl. That was a great
It wasn't bad. No, it was a fun one.
Hurts played out of his mind. Mahomes was awesome. So
Mahomes was playing hurt for most of it too. Like he hurt his leg or something.
Yeah, that's his shtick. Every year he gets an ankle injury.
I should make it a take on U Stadium that in this game he'll get hurt but then return. And
he limps off the field.
But that feels a little insensitive. So
yeah,
I won't.
Have we ever had an injury take?
I wouldn't be the person to know that, but I wouldn't be the person to make one either. So
fair enough. All right.
I might be a douchebag online, but I'm a douchebag with morals.
All right. I'll give you the answer to the trivia question at the end of the drive.
Oh, Allen fumbles the snap. He has to recover. It'll be 3rd and long. Come on, Bills.
So when Josh Allen fumbles, he recovers it. When Josh Allen throws it to an opponent, they drop it. Can you tell I'm a little salty?
I hate drop passes so much.
Josh Allen with a 26 PFF grade right now. He is truly cooking. Oh, man.
And Shakir going the wrong way on 3rd down and 9. He gained a little bit, but then he went backwards. Oh. Was it Jahmyr Gibbs?
It was not Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, Gibbs is so good, man. I don't actually. I said it in the group chat last week that I thought he was the best running back in the NFC. Obviously, Saquon exists, so that's kind of sacrilege. But Gibbs is awesome, man.
Gibbs is good, yeah.
Gibbs is awesome.
53-yard kick for Tyler Bass. And it is right down Broadway.
55-23 is such a wild score. All right. We update the score.
I got it. If it's not Gibbs, then I don't know.
That would be Raheem Mostert in 2019 against the Packers.
Yeah,
200 yards, 4 touchdowns.
I do remember that.
All right. Before that, 2009, Adrian Peterson. And before that, 1993, Emmitt Smith. So a couple MVPs in there and Raheem Mostert.
I was going through the names of like the Hall of Famers that played for San Francisco that like during that era where they were actually good. I'm just kidding. I mean, technically they were because they were winning Super Bowls. But
yeah, I mean, fair point. Big drive for Buffalo to bounce back.
Points on the board.
Yeah, points on the board.
Can't complain about that. I know State Farm just spends all kinds of money to have their Patrick Mahomes commercials airing during Chiefs games.
Yeah. Jeez. Just a brutal. Ooh. I should not be taking this much satisfaction in it, but Josh Allen has a 26 offensive grade and a 27 passing grade right now. So
it's early.
Yeah, I mean it is early, but this is his first Allen's first turnover-worthy play since the Patriots game. So tough scenes. I do have U.S. currency. I do have U.S. currency on the Bills, so yeah.
I'm gonna bring up one more Dodgers topic during this ad break. So have you heard about the leaked audio of Ippei on the phone call?
I have not.
It like they have like audio of him impersonating Shohei during like that whole scandal, that whole situation. And it was the funniest thing to me because he's not even trying to sound like Shohei Ohtani. Like it just sounds so much like him. It's so stupid.
All right, Jack, got a question for you. This is from Justin. Would you rather have lost the way the Commanders did or the way the Ravens did?
How much did the Ravens lose by? Or was it a close one? Or did they get
2 on a failed 2-point conversion?
I mean, both are pretty brutal, but I think I would rather have I don't know. I always wonder that to myself. Like, I always take that thought to the extremes. Like, what it doesn't matter whether my team loses in the first round or in the championship; it still hurts. Probably the way the Eagles won or the Commanders lost. And I only say that because it's like by the end of the game, you can just kind of shut it off and be like, okay, well, we lost. That's it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I know with the Ravens, the last 10 years, they've had 9 really brutal. Oh, Hollywood, tough. They've had 9 really brutal losses to end their season. 2016, you have the Immaculate Extension. 2017, you have the Tyler Boyd game. 2018, Lamar gets strip sacked on the final drive. 2020, you have the record-breaking pick 6. 2021, you lose in overtime to Pittsburgh, week 18. 2022, record-breaking scoop and score. 2023, fumble inside the 1. 2024, that tomfoolery. In 2019, you had the Ravens 10-point favorites against Tennessee, and they just got outplayed. Now, I
has all kinds of space.
Can certainly cope and say that, well, it was only like 6 plays between the teams, and that's, I think, true, but it's still they got outplayed. Like Henry ran for like 200 million yards, and he threw a touchdown, and you didn't force any turnovers. You turned the ball over a couple times. Ronnie Stanley got abused that game, so you know what happens. But I think you can flush that, right? I was thinking the whole offseason about the Zay Flowers fumble, right? And this offseason is going to be the Mark Andrews drop, and it's like tough scenes, you know.
That's going to be me. Like I'm going to be thinking about that play, that Jalen Carter sack for a while this offseason because. Yeah, it's like I feel like the when you lose in blowout fashion, or when you lose by like multiple scores, maybe not necessarily a blowout, but like a 10-point game, it still sucks. But it's like you can kind of stomach it a little easier because you're kind of going to realize, all right, well, our season's probably over.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just kind of like start to accept that, like, all right, we got to move on next year. Whereas you lose by 1 point or one play, like there's one obvious play that decided the game, and you think, man, if that one freaking play, you spend the whole offseason thinking if that one play goes the right way, goes in our favor, maybe we're playing again next week.
Yeah, and I don't think it's crazy to say that Baltimore would have been favored against Kansas City. Let me put it that way. In Kansas City, they would have been favored. You could look at the look-ahead lines from before last week. They were like 1.5, 2-point favorites in Kansas City, and I didn't think that was crazy. Obviously, Chiefs money line's probably free there, but like Baltimore had a really great team this year, and they're probably in terms of ceiling, they're probably the best team in the NFL, and they just turned the ball over a couple times, and that kind of stinks. And like this Bills team, I don't think it's as good as the 2020 version, for example. I thought that was a really awesome team. Allen was awesome. I thought he was even better than this season. But sometimes you win the Super Bowl, or you advance farther in weird seasons. The 2012 Ravens, I always give this example. The 2012 Ravens are like the 9th best Ravens team of my life. And that was the team that won the Super Bowl. Like Joe Flacco leading them to the promised land with a mediocre defense. And like it wasn't a great Ray Rice season. You didn't have like Steve Smith Sr. like you did in 2014, although Anquan Boldin was a menace. It's not like you had Ogden on your offensive line like the 06 team did. Like it was a solid offensive line. It was just a bunch of solid units, and that was the team that wins the Super Bowl. And Jack, I'm sure you might think that the 2019 Rams or the 2017 Rams could compete or were better than the 2021 Rams that actually won the Super Bowl.
I feel like the 2018 Rams were better. Granted, I feel like the 20.
Okay, my bad. 2018, not 19. You had missed the playoffs in 19.
You know what? I think that would be a good game. I think I should simulate that game in Madden.
That'd be a good one.
2018 Rams versus 2021 Rams. Because I just think about how much fun I had during the 2021 or the 2018 regular season. The 2021 regular season was fun, and then it wasn't fun for a few weeks. And then I was just kind of watching the Rams win like a bunch of close games. Some of them weren't close, but some of them were. And it was like, okay, well, I'm more just kind of stressing about, all right, well, now they've got to get out, dig themselves a little bit out of this. I don't want to say hole because they were 7-4, but kind of a hole. Christian Benford is being taken off on a golf cart, which sucks.
Oh dear, he's been awesome for them this season.
But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I just think back, like obviously, I think that you could debate that the 2021 Rams were better, but the 2018 Rams, there was an explosiveness about that offense that was just like, oh my god, that team is going far. Like I can't remember a week other than the losses where I watched that team and was like stressed out in any of their wins. Maybe the Green Bay game or the Seattle game. At like mid-season. Oh, the Chiefs game too, obviously, the 105-point game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny how it works sometimes. Like I'll use the Dodgers as an example. I don't think this Dodger team was better than the 2022 version, right? But the 2022 version got annihilated in the playoffs.
Oh, Mahomes gets hit in the backfield, drops the football. There's a big loss in the play. It looks like the Chiefs got it back, but there's a flag.
That's crazy. The ball just like flew backwards.
It literally popped out. It was the funniest thing.
Huh. Well, good job, Buffalo. You forced a fumble.
It's being ruled Bill's ball.
What?
I thought the Chiefs got it back.
Oh, it was offside. Oh, Oliver was offside. Wow.
Oh, that's gonna
be wow.
I can't wait for this chat that I'm looking at to absolutely explode about the
he was offside. That's a brutal break for Buffalo. That's obviously possession, but that's also like a 20-yard difference there. You had, instead of your ball on the KC 34, it's Kansas City's ball in your territory still. That is tough break for the Chiefs. He was offside, but tough break for the Bills. That's wild. Wow.
And now Kareem Hunt's running through everybody.
I would recommend trying to tackle the man with the football. I don't know if that's a hot take, but yeah, tackle the man with the football seems like a good idea to me.
Yeah, I mean, nice. By the way, I'd like to shout out. We're not sponsored, but Straight Talk Wireless had a funny commercial with Josh Johnson and him switching all his teams.
Solid. He is on my crap list because I said he was really good and he went to the Browns and pooped his pants. So,
Worthy's running past everybody now. I temporarily rooted for Josh Johnson for 5 weeks because he was the quarterback of the Los Angeles Wildcats in the 2020 version of the XFL.
Real. Oh, Josh. Okay. I thought you meant John Johnson. Okay, my bad.
No, Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson is the GOAT.
John Johnson is the safety for the Rams.
Yes. He went to the Browns, and I said, "Oh yeah."
He went to the Browns, pooped his pants,
and
then came back to the Rams, and then got hurt.
Yeah. All right.
His vibes are immaculate.
It's true.
Oh, that's another fumble.
What is going on here?
And the Bills got that one back.
Oh, Chiefs.
Ball don't lie.
Yeah, I guess ball don't lie. Oh, man. Tough season.
CBS is brutal for that. Give it away. The Rams used to play that song when they were about to force a punt.
Well, ball don't lie, but that's wild. Mahomes, I want to say that's like his first. That's the first time he's lost a fumble in the playoffs.
I can't say that I remember a time that he has.
No, he lost one in the 2022 NFC title game.
NFC title game.
Yeah, my bad.
You mean AFC title game?
Yes.
Breaking news: the Chiefs are in the NFC. Yeah. I would hate that so much.
That's wild. All right. What an eventful half. Both teams are trying to fumble the ball. Allen's trying to throw interceptions. Craziness.
Yeah, it's interesting one to say the least so far.
Yeah, just a brutal sequence if you're Kansas City there, that you get not bailed out, but you get the offside play when Buffalo.
I guess, yeah, that is kind of a bailout because they would have lost the ball.
Yeah.
But then they fumble anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you already have 2 aborted snaps. What a bizarre one.
Ooh, March Madness ad. Let's go.
We love to see it.
March Madness.
Exciting times.
The UCLA men's team is doing solid this year.
I have such a hard time keeping track of college basketball.
I just follow my favorite team and stick with it.
Fair. Oh, I watched the Champions League on Wednesday.
Oh, you did?
Yes. PSG came back and beat Manchester City 4-2.
Fun.
Yeah. They were down 2-0. It's like, oh God, what's going on here? Because PSG had like outplayed them, and then City got a couple goals. It's like, what are we doing here? And then PSG
James
scored
Cook.
4. So we take those.
I haven't watched too much soccer, honestly, since the Galaxy won the MLS Cup. I think like the only thing I've watched was like a half of like Wrexham because I've been watching the documentary. And their games are now on Paramount Plus, so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I haven't seen too much like Champions League or Premier League or anything like that. I think we're a week away from NASCAR starting up again. I was watching the 24 hours of Daytona earlier.
I think it's 16th, the week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right?
They have the Clash next week because next week is the Pro Bowl week. So they have the Clash so that they don't interfere with the Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
And then the week after that's the Daytona 500.
All right, we head to the second quarter. Chiefs 7, Bills 3. Good job, everybody. Clap, clap, clap.
10
Clap,
point
clap, clap.
first half or first quarter.
Yeah.
First half of the first quarter, I guess. Or first, that doesn't make any sense. Whatever. I don't know English.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
That's impossible.
Did you see the meme? It was Ralph diving in to the house, and it was Frankie Louvu diving over the line.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of it. I've seen like the judge getting jumped.
Yeah. You love to see it.
The NFL meme world does not slow down. Like they're quick on that.
Are they? I'm surprised I didn't see the like TikTok. How TikTok got banned with with Aaron Rodgers running out with the flag. I think we posted it. You stated.
Yeah, we posted that.
I was shocked. I didn't. No one posted it.
Yeah, I think someone in our chat, I don't remember who, but somebody thought of that idea.
Or I suggested it, and I'm like, this is brilliant, and I haven't seen anyone post it. And
yeah, I was like, I saw that suggestion get posted, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe none of the massive pages on here thought of this first.
Yeah, that's a really big swing there. So Kansas City got the ball, would have gotten the ball first of the half. So if you're up 14-3, start of the second quarter, Buffalo's might start to press a little bit. You're going to push the ball down the field, but now you can still run it with Cook and play more of that horizontal game that they like doing. So
stat from PFF, that was the Kansas City Chiefs' first turnover in 83 drives, which is the longest streak without a turnover in league history.
Wow. 83 drives?
83 drives without turning the ball over. Of course, that's not a bunch of perfect football because that could also include like punts or stuff like that. But
I mean, yeah, Mahomes hasn't thrown a pick since the last Buffalo game, actually. So 2 months without an interception for Mahomes. The last Chiefs turnover was in the was that interception. Mahomes' second interception against the Bills. 2 months without a turnover is insane. I don't even think the Bills set a record for fewest turnovers, and I don't even think they went they didn't even go that long. They had a turnover against Kansas City. They only have one turnover in that span. They played an extra game, but they turned the ball over against the Patriots. But that's dang. That is just
games.
Preposterous. Update: Christian Benford is out. That is a bad loss for Buffalo. He was in my all splash team, silver.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit for the Bills. I don't think it'll be crippling, but we'll have to find out. 1st and 10. Allen gets the completion to James Cook, who gets by a few guys across midfield, out near the 45.
All right, little stat update here. Allen 5 of 8, 53 yards. Mahomes 4 for 5, 61 yards. Cook leads the way for Buffalo on the ground, 17 yards on 3 carries. Kareem Hunt leads for Kansas City, 34 yards on 4 carries, including a touchdown. Leading receivers: James Cook, 1 catch for 17 yards. Juju, 1 catch for 31 yards. No sacks so far.
Not yet.
Not
We're
yet.
close a few times.
Christian
Allen. Oh my goodness. Allen again on the run out of the pocket. He's going to throw down the field in the double coverage and
nearly picked again.
He had to bat it down. The receiver had to turn into a quarterback. There's the flag.
PI?
It could be PI.
Defensive holding.
You're ahead of me all of a sudden.
Yeah, I have the game log pulled up on ESPN.
That's how you're gonna spoil me this time. Is the freaking ESPN game log.
Yeah, over the middle of the field, Bolton.
Yeah, he's grabbing him all over the place there. Hollins is already calling for the penalty too while it's happening.
Yeah.
He's got his arm up like,
hey, yo, throw up the little mailbox. Yeah, I'm like a play ahead, even like 2 plays ahead.
Yeah, that's why I don't love looking at those game logs because they're like,
I got the second down notification before I watched the first down play.
They have like statisticians at the arena who are on it.
Yeah. Imagine that was your job. I would imagine.
I don't think I could keep up.
Yeah, it amazes me how like the color commentators are always like on it. Like that was a 3-yard gain or that was a 4-yard gain, and I'm always like a yard off the other direction.
Yeah, on TV it's a little bit tricky though because those lines aren't perfect.
That's true.
I mean, they're good enough, but they're not like. Ooh, jeez.
Look, I know
that play up.
I know Mahomes and Kelsey and Andy Reid, and they get so much of the headlines. That defense is gnarly, man. Reid and McDuffie and Chris Jones, of course. Jones gets a lot of headlines. Karlaftis, like that's a really.
Karlaftis kick ass in one of the games that I watched for the Chiefs this year.
Yeah, he had I think 3.5 sacks last week.
I forget whether it was the defensive or the divisional round or.
I think it was last week he had like 3.5 sacks. Yeah, 3 sacks.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I just remember he like took over the end of that game against Houston.
He has multiple quarterback.
Oh, what a blitz! Oh, but they leave a man wide open. It's a first down.
Tough. By a yard. Big conversion there for Buffalo.
That's the risk of running a blitz is when you throw everybody at the quarterback like that. If one guy gets left open, he's past so many defenders.
Mm-hmm. Then of course Allen and Mahomes are both excellent against the blitz, and it's really just a case of, well, I don't think this is a case of, just throw the ball at the blitzing defender, just right at the blitzing defender, and there's probably a guy there.
One guy was left unblocked, but the first guy who looked like he was going to be unblocked, it was a good pickup by the running back. That's a pretty important part of the game for running backs too. Oh, Allen fumbles.
Santa gets it out, and Allen recovers. Woo!
Close one.
That is a close one. Josh Allen, it's his fumbling career. I mentioned Mahomes, of his 14 playoff fumbles, only 2 were lost. Josh Allen has 9 career. That would be his 10th career, 11th career playoff fumble because he had one earlier. He's only lost 2 and none since the divisional round the wild card round in 2022.
What I was gonna say was that I think that's a pretty underrated part of the game for running backs is what they can do when they don't have the ball, like in the pass blocking game or something like that when they have to pick up a block.
Mm-hmm.
Or downfield blocking too. I think that's why there are some Rams fans that are split on Kyren Williams as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Because the fumbling issues came back up in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to trust him. I would still trust Kyren. I think he's fine. He's gonna learn. That was his second real year of playing. Oh, Shakir!
3rd and 13. Sheesh.
Holy cow! But yeah, my obviously you hate to see him fumbling a lot like he did, but then he had a stretch of games where he wasn't fumbling, so you have to remember the first he never played his rookie year in 2022. He barely played because he got hurt. James Cook to the outside, touchdown Buffalo. That was sick.
All right, Jack, I got a question for you, another trivia question.
Okay. I'll get back
to besides Josh Allen, how many Bills have lost a fumble this season?
How many Bills have lost a fumble this season? I'm going to say 2 of them.
That would be 0. Only Josh Allen.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
Protecting the football, it matters.
Yeah, a strange game. You've Allen's fumbled twice, has recovered both. He's tried to throw it to the defense twice, dropped both. So, what a strange game. But the Bills
Feels
do
like
lead.
a quintessential Buffalo Kansas City game.
Yes, it does. All right, 10-7 Bills. If result hold, I make a lot of money. I'm just going to say that.
The NFC champion, the conference championship gear this year is lame.
I feel like it's always lame.
Every now and then they come up with something, but I didn't buy the Rams gear because I waited for the Super Bowl well, I got the division shirt that year, and I got this year's division shirt. Which is funny because I have it on video in the past of our show where I said I could just like the division shirt didn't have a year on it. Mm-hmm. So I could just wear that every time the Rams won the division, but then this year I just bought the shirt anyway. I'm so smart.
It'd be like that.
I have 2 Rams Super Bowl shirts. This is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 2 Dodgers ones for this year. I have a Dodgers one from last year. I have a Lakers one from 2020. Dodgers one from 2020.
Dang. First stacked.
I'm missing the Galaxy from last year. And
yes.
I have a Kings from 2014. But I think it's too small on me. Granted, I was 14 years old when they won that Stanley Cup,
So BR Betting just posted, never forget the greatest bet of all time that happened 3 years ago this weekend. This guy got the correct score in both conference championship games in a parlay, $20 to win $579,000.
Jeez.
Bengals 27, Chiefs 24 was plus 22,000, and Rams 20, 49ers 17 was plus 13,000. That is absurd.
Oh, this is an interesting development that I did not see is that Kellen Moore, the Saints want an in-person interview with him. He's the offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. So Kellen Moore is about to try to get ready for the Super Bowl, but now he's got a head coaching interview in person, and the Saints seem very interested. So
yeah, to be fair, the Saints are competing against no one, so they might as well wait.
Are they the last team left that has an opening?
Yes. That's crazy. The Bills have 2 fumble recoveries. Well, 2 out of their 3 fumble recoveries in the last 2 weeks. They didn't force the fumble. Mahomes dropped it on the ground, and then Lamar dropped it on the ground last week. Football's strange, man. It is truly.
I love how weird and chaotic it can be, but
yeah, we are here for it.
I'm here for it, but it's weird.
Yes. Josh Allen has a 30 PFF grade. Travis Kelce is the lowest PFF grade for the Chiefs, and Mahomes has a 42.
Gene Steratore has found himself in the CBS booth.
Wild scenes are happening.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see what goes on here. Holmes, the Kelce, and DeMar Hamlin makes the tackle.
After he drags him forward for a couple yards. All right, Kelce, of course, historic in the playoffs. I'll pull up his stats, but I mean, generational doesn't even do it justice. Most prolific tight end in the playoffs by country mile. Only Jerry Rice matches his overall production. Over 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, caught his 20th touchdown last week. A slew of multi-touchdown games. And against the Bills, I'll pull that up real quick.
I think it's going to be 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 1 if you.
His career averages against the Bills in the playoffs: 10 targets, 9 catches, 95 yards, and basically 2 touchdowns. He has 5 touchdowns in 3 games. Notably, he has a rush attempt against the Chiefs in the regular season, or against the Bills in the regular season. Only 4 receiving touchdowns against the Bills.
Did he fumble again? Oh no, they're just making the fist symbol like he was. That's a 4th down.
Kansas City.
Milano tried to jump the pile. That was a nice tackle by.
You go for it, Kansas City.
58. I don't know who 58 is.
Milano.
Milano, yeah, that was a nice tackle.
Is it? I think it's Milano.
Yeah.
Yep, it is Milano.
Yeah, Milano was the guy who got to him in midair, and
there's a whopping 29 PFF grade right now.
Patrick Mahomes is walking towards the sideline.
Timeout.
Helmet is on. Okay, they're calling timeout.
Yeah.
Him and Santa Claus, aka Andy Reid.
All right.
AKA the bundle Ruski guy are gonna talk about it.
Oh god. If you're the Chiefs,
they're playing that commercial.
Are you going for it? Are you going for it right here, right now? Jack, are you going for it?
Yes, I'm going for it. Where is it? Where's the ball?
1 from your own 39.
Ooh.
Oh, that's.
I think I'm punting there. Honestly, from the 30, yeah, I'm punting.
I don't know. I think. I don't know.
I don't blame them for going for it, but I would punt if I'm not.
I don't know if it's a full yard because, like, I would tush push with Noah Gray, frankly.
Yeah, if it was like half a yard or like inches, I would.
They're going for it.
Leaning go, but yeah, they are going for it. But like the fact that they're on their 39 is what's throwing me off there. If you don't get that, you're giving the Bills
like
elite
basically
field positions.
All right, here we go. Buckle up. That's a little bit longer than a yard. Quick huddle.
Mahomes is going to run it and get it. Slides near the 50.
There you go. Slide. Jaden Daniels, please, I'm begging you, learn how to slide over the offseason. Just a little slide down. Bada bing, bada boom, bang. Beautiful. Gain yardage.
And good job by the Bills players to know to just touch him down rather than smack him with your shoulder or your helmet to get Mahomes to whine and get a fly.
Right. That's how you give him 15
because we know he'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll sell it.
Yep.
That run got nothing.
You saw the Barkley play that he got hit as he's going out of bounds, and they gave Sandstrom a 15-yard penalty.
I don't remember
that. It was third quarter, maybe. It was like right along the sideline. It is like as like bang bang play, like Barkley's getting hit as his foot's touching out of bounds. I thought that was a horse crap call, especially in like real time. Like if you slow it down, okay, whatever. Maybe I still thought he got hit first before his foot touched out of bounds, but like it's not like Sandstrom can like pull up as he's hitting him out of bounds.
Yeah,
like you can't just let him run down the sideline. So
Nick Bolton apparently has already quickly cleared concussion protocol.
I wonder what it would be like if we tried to clear concussion protocol live.
I don't even know what the process is, but I don't want to give myself a concussion on air. So
that's a good point. I would not want a concussion. I would just wonder.
Granted, if you have the concussion, you're stuck with it for a while. So it's not like, I guess clearing concussion protocol would just be us going through the process, even though we don't have concussions to begin with.
I hope we don't have concussions.
I sure
Mahomes
don't think I do.
Getting a little rhythm here. Just can hit his last 3
Hopkins
throws.
is trying to tell the ref where the ball's being spotted, but the ref's giving him the first down anyway.
The Chiefs have not really been able to run the ball today. Well, I take that back. They have been able to run the ball. 2 carries for Xavier Worthy. So if you were over on his receiving yards and he has 2 rushes for 16 yards, I'd be fighting a wall.
Good tackling there. Yeah, Pacheco didn't get a whole lot on that play.
Just 1 for.
I want to go back to that point that I was making earlier about like Kyron Williams and like the fumble troubles and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So he was hurt his first year. I think that was 2022 was his first year where he got hurt.
Yep.
And then 2023 is like there's more Cam Akers drama. He gets traded, so Kyron is like the guy, and he explodes.
Yeah,
and then
led
this
the
year,
NFL in yards per game, by the way.
Yeah, and then this year, I feel like the fumbling, it wasn't a bit more of an issue this year than it was last year, but he's still far and away had so many touchdowns, like more touchdowns than anyone on the roster.
Yeah, 5 fumbles this year, 3 fumbles last year.
He is very valuable to the Rams and how they run their offense, and it's literally just a matter of him working on his ball security, because when he's not fumbling the football, he's kicking ass. Right. So, granted, I also don't think the Rams need to be running it with him as often as they have been. But
like you have, I'm blanking on his name, Blake Corum. He was banged up throughout the year, but I thought Blake Corum would play a bigger role for the Rams this season.
Yeah, I thought he would too, especially when the Rams were like missing so many guys and getting hurt left and right at the start of the year. That's kind of your time to try out those guys. Like I feel like Jordan Whittington could have been used a bit more in the receiving game, and they could have split Blake Corum a bit more. Like there were a lot of Rams fans complaining about how the Rams drafted Blake Corum in like the 3rd round just to decorate the bench.
Yeah, I mean he only had 58 carries, 8 targets, so you're giving him the ball like 4 times a game, basically. I mean, Kyron's great. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason he has, 2,400 yards and 26 touchdowns the last 2 seasons. And like, all-purpose yards, 2,800 scrimmage yards and 31 touchdowns. Like, obviously that's great, but I think there is an element of maybe you don't want to burn him out.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't, absolutely. You do not want to burn him out.
Right.
But like, if they figure that out, and if he, sharpens up with the ball security and things like that, he is fine. Like I would not worry. And like the thing that Sean McVay said too in his presser, he said Kyron Williams is a Ram. He said he's a Ram. So nobody needs to worry. He's not going anywhere. Now, Stafford and Kupp, I think the jury's a bit out there. I think with Cooper Kupp, with Matthew Stafford, it's more a question of is he going to retire or not. But with Kupp, I think. Oh, we got a flag. Play coming back. Oh, they're calling DPI. So it is not coming back. They're calling DPI on a check down where
we have known Raven Kaiir Elam. Not technically a Raven. He was previously a Ravens draft pick, though. He was included in the pick that became Tyler Linderbaum.
Grabbing the face mask. That's what they call it, not PI.
Yeah, that is illegal, my friends. Don't grab face masks.
Both of them are grabbing face masks there, honestly.
Okay.
I saw a couple fingers in there on like the lower side.
Certainly a way to guard Hollywood.
I saw like 2 fingers on like the inside of the other guy's face mask too. I feel like they were both a little grabby. Granted, one was more obvious than the other, but
oh man,
there are some Bengals fans on the feed that have also cropped up complaining about the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, that wasn't holding. We got a touchdown by Xavier Worthy. He dives for the pylon and scores.
Yoink! Touchdown. What a time to be alive. Let me update the score.
13-10, Kansas City. PAT pending.
All right. Exciting game so far. A bit of tomfoolery with a couple turnovers, but we vibe. We vibe.
It is good.
All right, Chiefs lead by 4. Just a couple minutes left in the second quarter.
And of course, we get the obligatory Taylor Swift camera shot.
This is true.
This is a Kansas City Chiefs game, after all.
Yeah. Did you see Jalen Carter slap Tyler Biadish today?
I think so.
He got shoved in the face. Fair enough. And he was like, "Wow, oh my days." Alrighty. 14-10. Second touchdown for the Chiefs. Mahomes is 9 for 10, Bucko 6 and a touchdown. Allen 9 for 12, 91 yards, also has 6 yards on the ground.
I think it just hit me now that this is the second to last game of the season.
Yeah, real sad, isn't it?
Football flies.
Now there's only 94 minutes left in the season.
It goes by very, very, very quickly. We at least have the Pro Bowl games next week, though.
That's true.
And this is like prime Madden season 2. Now that like the regular season is over, this is when like Madden goes off and you can play we could do all the what if scenarios. You and I can do our tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So
exciting times.
There's a lot of cooking to be done.
Yes. Lots of cooking. Will James cook?
He's already got a touchdown so far, so I'd
this
say
is true.
In the process of cooking. There's just a classic punchback by Kansas City. I wonder if Fox has a new score bug in the works for the Super Bowl this year.
Probably.
They should. CBS went like one Super Bowl where they didn't change the one that they had. And that was the one the Rams lost, but
yeah, of course.
Then they changed it in 53 or no, 55 is when they changed it. And then they changed it again last year.
All right. Oh, I do have our the graphic. So you were on Commanders Chiefs. I was on Eagles Chiefs. But both of us did have the Chiefs winning by 3. So Chiefs cover. You had the Commanders covering. I had the Eagles covering. So I was one of. I was one of just 3 to have Eagles covering 6.5.
My decision to use that LCD number font in a score prediction graphic is one of my best decisions ever.
Love it.
Chef's kiss.
Yes. And Nick Bolton is back in the game, by the way.
Mahomes. That's Josh Allen. That's the other quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a tough catch.
50-50 shot there.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of Rams fans not too pleased about the Eagles winning that game because they feel like if we were still alive, we would have probably been going to the Super Bowl this week.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I really don't know. The Rams don't match up well against mobile quarterbacks. I feel like Jaden Daniels would have given us fits. I feel like Terry McLaurin may have given us fits, but I feel like the crowd would have been insane.
Sure.
Like Rams fans do exist, believe it or not.
Yeah. I mean, it's just tough when you're like competing with 49er fans, for example.
I that's why I'm looking forward to next year's home games because we don't play like we have the Niners game and then there's maybe like one other opponent with a fan base that travels as well as like top 5 traveling. Other than that, I mean, it should be pretty Ram-centric crowds next year.
Yeah, so just pulling up their schedule, their home opponents, Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona, of course, Saints and Bucks, Lions, Texans, Colts. By the way, you are making a trip to Baltimore, so should be fun.
Yeah, I feel like that's a watch party game territory for us.
Yes. Unless I go to it, that'd be cool.
Of all the games to go to, you would pick that one.
Hey, man, the last 2 Rams-Ravens games have been awesome.
They have. Even the one with Huntley instead of Lamar was a good game. That was a 1-point game.
Yeah. Of course, I remember losing that one, but I don't remember the flow of that game.
It was like all Baltimore until
I know Odell tried to punch Chuck Clark.
that
Oh
was
yeah,
ambitious by the
Chuck Clark
Chiefs or the
pick
Bills.
six.
Yeah,
And
Clark had a
Stafford
pick
lost the
six. Jalen Ramsey was fighting with Troy Hill. I think
that'll happen. Marquise
no,
Brown fumbled.
I don't think it was Troy Hill. It was a different.
8 targets for 38 yards. That's quite a line there, Marquise Brown.
No, it wasn't Troy Hill. It was I'm trying to remember his name. He was like one of the younger cornerbacks we had. He wore 24. I forget who it was. I'm like trying to remember it now. I'm gonna Google it.
So it was a fumble on like the Hail Mary or the pitchy woo woo play.
Kind of. Oh my god, the punt return. The punt return. He's down inside the 40.
Oh, what a return.
Oh goodness.
41-yard return for Remigio. I can't say I'm
Taylor Rapp.
Oh, wait, what? Oh,
that's what it was.
Okay. I was like, Taylor Rapp is not in this game.
No, Taylor Rapp was the guy I was talking about. Jalen Ramsey and Taylor Rapp kind of were going at each other. I think it was Taylor Rapp. I don't remember it 100%. I just know Ramsey was like fighting somebody in the secondary. They eventually did make up, thankfully, at the start of that Rams-Ravens game. But then Jordan Fuller got an interception on an overthrow or an underthrow or something, and that it was pretty back and forth until the Rams like squeezed their way back in, and then you had a ridiculous Odell catch on 4th and 1, on 4th and 5. And then Odell scored the touchdown, and Von Miller got the game-winning sack.
Yeah. We pretend not to. Yeah, we're going to.
And then the year after that, just to make it even, so you don't have all bad memories of this, the year after that, you had the punt return touchdown in overtime.
Yeah, Tylan Wallace.
Probably should have been a illegal block in the back, but whatever. I don't care.
They never call that.
They never call that.
They didn't. Well, okay.
No, you're right. They don't. They always miss those.
I forget who committed the infraction, but just both arms right on the AN and Andrews and the WS and Andrews, right? That and the Sam Hubbard scoop and score play in the playoffs. That should have been called back, but it was not. It was not. Mahomes 9 for 10.
Kelsey drops the pass. That was a screen pass attempt on 2nd and 5, and he just
sad.
Hands were made of stone.
The Swifties are not happy. Their man's is dropping passes. Unfortunate, truly. Unfortunate.
Third down and 5. Buffalo is 4 for 7 on 3rd down. Kansas City is 1 for 2.
This is a big swing here. If you convert, then you whittle the clock down.
Mahomes almost got sacked. He airs it out. I don't know who caught the ball. It's Kansas City ball, but there's a flag down.
That was not a hospital ball, but that's like a 50-50
I literally don't know who caught the ball. I mean, they're ruling it Chiefs ball because
it is a catch by Xavier Worthy in defensive holding on DeMar Hamlin.
Defensive. Oh.
So it would have been a conversion anyways, but Xavier Worthy popping off. He's up to 88 total yards and a touchdown.
One of those tie goes to the runner type scenarios, I believe, in football, where if it's literally like 50-50, then it goes to the...
Oh, by the way, for those of us watching, Xavier Worthy, how did the Chiefs acquire him? Jack, do you remember?
I believe there was a certain team somewhere in New York that made a trade in the draft.
Yeah.
For the 30, so the Chiefs traded up to pick number 32. They're going to lose a yard on this play.
Yep. So Xavier Worthy in his revenge game, he said he was going to take revenge on the Chiefs, by the way. He's up to 88 or 78 yards and a touchdown in the first half. So not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Yeah, Gene Steratore just said it. If it's simultaneous when they land, tie goes to the offensive player.
Word to the Fail Mary.
Oh, there's.
Well, you can't really challenge that because it was after the second and goal play. What are they challenging?
I think it was another Rams-Eagles scenario where they missed that the refs missed that there was a challenge flag that was already on the field, and they let the play ran. They let the play run, so they have to take that last play off the board, which sucks, but that's the rule. I disagree with that being the rule, but that is very much the rule.
That is really strange.
So yeah, Buffalo. So basically, yeah, what happened was the crazy Xavier Worthy catch happened, and then Buffalo ran another play. But before they ran that play, after the catch, McDermott had the challenge flag on the field, and the referees missed it. So replay assistant had to pick it up for them. So that play that they just run did not count. The Rams got screwed by that earlier this year against the Eagles.
We get a do-over.
We could have a total do because if that ends up being ruled like that, there's a chance that could be ruled Buffalo ball too.
Well, no. There's a defensive holding.
Oh, true. You're right.
So either way, it's Buffalo, or either way, it's Kansas City ball. It's just
it's just a matter of where on the field it's going to be. Because if it's ruled,
I would have to imagine that you can't, like, let's say it's ruled Bills ball. I would imagine the declined penalty would become an accepted penalty because the Chiefs only declined the penalty because they gained yards on the play.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So
are they? I feel like I would have to imagine that they're allowed to reverse that decision if the catch decision gets reversed.
That seems like a really obviously not doesn't have.
This is why you just got to get it right, man. This is exactly why you just got to get it right.
Okay, I have a take.
I think the rules are dumb and the refs are dumb for not getting it right.
Okay, I got a take for you. Are you familiar with Kurt Benkert?
Yes.
Okay. He said that Madden players are better at clock management than NFL head coaches.
Yeah, because in Madden you can just instantly hit the button to call timeout. You don't have the thing about Madden is you literally press a button and the game calls timeout, and that's like irreversible, and that's just it. The timeout's there, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, if you have the risk of like your head coach or your quarterback might not be fast enough to call the timeout. Like your head coach, hang on, they're gonna rule it here.
Mm-hmm. Like you have to be like the ref has to see you call timeout.
Call stands. Like Matthew Stafford could be about to take the snap, and Sean McVay is like standing on like away from the side official, and he doesn't like what he sees in coverage, so he sprints over to try to call timeout. But before he gets to the ref, Stafford snaps the ball, and just like that, they can't call timeout.
Right.
Whereas in Madden, you see the coverage, you see what's going on, you see the situation, and if you want to call timeout, you hit that button, and they're calling timeout no matter what. There's no race against the clock. There's no did he or didn't he call timeout or whatever the hell was going on. It's.
Mm-hmm. I really like, not to rag on McDermott, I think this is a pretty dumb challenge call because either way, it's first down Chiefs.
I think McDermott was doing that for yardage because if that gets ruled Buffalo ball, but then the penalty gets accepted, then
it would still have been a first down.
I don't think it's a spot foul though because it wasn't PI. It was like,
yeah, but defensive holding is automatic first down, so it would have been Chiefs ball on their own on the 24.
But versus now Chiefs ball on the inside the 10.
That's like true, but you're still
wherever they have it.
Yeah. I mean, you're right that you get like 20 extra or 21 extra yards, but I don't really see
Checo gets tackled. It's a gain, but he doesn't quite get there. That's another thing that they need to add on more score bugs, by the way, is what yard line the ball is being spotted on. That would be beneficial.
That would help.
Because I use that in Madden all the time, too. Like, I see that, and I'm like, oh, that's where I have the football. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That is one of the run plays of all time. Yeah, Buffalo hasn't forced a punt in like 3 weeks now. The last punt they forced was against Denver. The Ravens did not punt last week.
2-minute warning. We'll interrupt this Chiefs drive briefly.
Yeah. Let's see. Broncos, their last 2 drives ended on turnovers on downs. So the Bills have gone to 11, 12, 13, 14. This will be the 15th consecutive drive that the Bills have gone without forcing a punt, barring like the all-time of all-time collapses.
Ooh, breaking news. The Chicago Bears are hiring former Saints head coach and respected guru Dennis Allen as their new defensive coordinator, per Ian Rappaport.
That is crazy.
Bears are kind of cooking a little bit in the offseason.
Yeah.
A little bit. It could be a situation of Dennis Allen is better coordinator than head coach.
Perhaps.
Because that's obviously been the case with some guys in the league.
It's a lot of nautical thinking, which has my heart. I do, and we are getting 50 for that.
All right.
I mean, we're probably going to be talking like all halftime, but I would imagine, I would hope that CBS doesn't have the volume all screwed up for the halftime show. Patrick Mahomes can run for that himself, and he does. And now it is a 10-point game, pending the PAT.
I didn't expect this. I did say earlier I thought the Chiefs were the better team. I picked the Chiefs to win the game.
There was a flag down. I wonder if the Bills were yapping a little too much.
Yeah, unnecessary roughness. So
touchdown.
Yeah, not a bad half of football if you're the Chiefs.
Up and down half if you're the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, and it's like the only time you stopped Kansas City is a self-inflicted wound. It's not like you made a play.
Yeah, tough scenes.
All right. Crazy that we have 92 minutes left of football this year.
92 minutes.
92 minutes. Barring overtime. Of course, overtime can throw that off, but overtimes are pretty rare.
But it has happened in the playoffs between these two teams. That was ultimately like the thing that happened that forced the overtime rule change in the playoffs. Where now it's both teams are gonna be guaranteed a possession in playoff overtime. So
Unless the first team throws a pick six.
nope. Oh
Really?
well, yeah, sure, you're right, but
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
then that technically would count as both teams getting a possession. But yes, that's
It's like whoa.
No, you're right. My brain did not fully process.
Yeah. Or you could pull an Eagles opponent and fumble the kickoff. I can't. That's crazy. They forced a fumble on a kickoff back-to-back weeks.
Insanity.
I wonder if I can go full screen and it'll look a little nicer. Oh, no.
No.
No. Okay, back to.
We could do that during halftime, so you could mess around with the whiteboard. But
That's true. Okay, close, but no cigar.
Sunday, February 9th, Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans is a really bad spot. I don't know if I'd say they're the worst spot, but they might be the worst spot. That's a conversation at least. They weren't the worst team this year, but boy, did they start stinking by the end of the season, and that's the cap situation there is still rough.
It feels weird that they are holding the Super Bowl in like they seem to want to keep holding the Super Bowl in venues that are like not necessarily like I don't want to say like bad, but kind of bad stadiums or something like that. Like I know a lot of 49ers fans don't love Levi's Stadium, but it's going to be the host of Super Bowl 60, and it was also the host of Super Bowl 50.
Can you believe that next year it'll be LX?
Just LX.
Yeah, LX. That's crazy. That is. So
I find it funny how the NFL decided to they'd have 1 year where they replaced the Roman numerals because it would have been Super Bowl L for Super Bowl 50. So they had to make it actually like the number 50 for 1 year.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, they couldn't do that for the extra large bowl.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I will say I kind of like how Super Bowl logos are sort of starting to get creative again. They're a bit more templated than they were before.
Yeah.
But
we've tier listed them before.
I think we have, yeah. This year's I feel like I'd put in either C or B tier. Mahomes flips it forward to.
That's definitely Allen, but I could see.
Or Allen,
I see the
yeah,
vision.
sorry, Allen, right. My brain was stuck on Mahomes.
That was a nice play, though. That was a little Mahomesy, if you will.
A little Mahomey.
Not to pull a Chris Collinsworth. That is a PI on Watson. Pointless PI, but I guess not pointless. You get the automatic first, but the tough thing for Buffalo here, you really need.
Oh my God, Cooper Kupp shaved.
Yeah, yeah. His beard is.
He doesn't look like the same guy anymore. Sorry, I totally cut your point off.
No, it's all good. Yeah, it looks very different. Yeah, Buffalo, you need to score here because Kansas City starts the second half with the football. And if it's 21-13, all you need is one stop. Granted, the Bills have not gotten a stop in quite a while now. 15 consecutive drives.
Allen finds his man. Cooper, first down.
Sometimes you forget Amari Cooper had 1,250 yards last year.
Yeah.
And now he's been like the 5th wide receiver on the Bills.
That was such a W trade for Buffalo.
What did they give up for him again?
I forget, but like just
'Cause it wasn't-
having him was like I
It
feel like
wasn't
was
anything really.
yeah. I don't really remember them giving up too much, but it was like I like the trade has just worked out so well for Buffalo. Like
It was 3rd and a 7th next year. So it was Amari Cooper and a 6th round pick this year for a 3rd round pick this year and a 7th round pick next year. It seems reasonable enough to me. Lock in, boys. Lock in. I don't know who I'm telling to lock in, but lock in.
I'm gonna tell Buffalo to lock in. Make this one more interesting. Give me a non-rematch in a Super Bowl. Maybe this is a rematch of something that happened forever ago. I don't remember.
Bills Eagles. It would actually complete the NFC East gauntlet for Buffalo.
Right, because they lost
to Giants. They lost to Dallas twice, and they would be playing Philly.
They lost all of their 4 straight Super Bowls to NFC East teams.
Yes. Notably, unfortunately, not the Cardinals, though. All right. While we have a little break in the action, largest comebacks in Bills history. The largest is 32, famously in a playoff game. They have had a 14-point comeback. In fact, 2 of them this season, Arizona week 1 and New England week 15. They were down 10 against the Titans, came back and won that. They were down 10-0 to the Titans, came back and won that. They came back from down 10 against the Chargers last year, came back from down 17 against a certain Bird team. I'm not going to talk any more about that game. They have double-digit comebacks against the Jets in both at Jets games in 19 and 20. So Josh Allen,
that's a scary sight.
In his career has engineered 4 11-plus point comebacks.
I don't know if that was just Karlaftis or if it was Jones who got in there as well too, but yeah, it was Chris Jones running at him completely unblocked. He got enough of a block, but by that time he was under too much pressure and had to throw it away. The thing is, Buffalo has the advantage of they have 2 timeouts and Kansas City has 0. So they very well could get in the field goal range.
Yes.
They don't even need to get a whole lot either. They're at the 38-yard line right now. 39. Mahomes is going to go for it anyway. Oh, what a grab! Oh, my God.
Wow.
Mac Hollins through the contact.
Oh, man. Let's see it. Wow. Whew, that's tough.
Defensive pass interference, number 22. That'll be decline, obviously. So the Bills said, screw field goal range. Let's just have Mac Hollins do
go
that.
For 6.
Jesus.
Wow. All right. Are you going to pull a Ravens/Commanders and go for 2?
They are lined up to kick.
Okay.
And it's good.
All right. 21-17. And the Chiefs, only 20 seconds left. And they're out of timeouts as well. So you're probably not doing anything there.
Oh, there's a flag down.
Oh.
They are going for 2 because of the flag. Okay. It's going to be a 2-point conversion from the 1-yard line because
average Baltimore Ravens moment. Although ours was to tie the game, as was Washington's earlier today.
Bills Chiefs is cinema in the AFC title game. I hate seeing the Chiefs constantly win it, but this is cinema. They're lined up for a tush push.
Yeah, Reed was offside on the field goal block.
I don't know what happened there, but it's no good.
He like pulled it out and went left and was stuffed. Not even close.
Yeah, that's what Nance and Roma were just talking about. Is like the Chiefs did a good job picking up on the idea of the Allen likes to go off of the left guard when he likes to run the ball and keep it for himself. And the Chiefs saw him lined up in that formation and they telegraphed it. So they were all like right there lined up to stop it. Allen had no chance. So that's where, if you're the Bills, maybe try a fake. Just a thought, but
with the sandbar pants and the sandbar top, and this is triple option.
All right, well, looks like we're going to head to the half 21-16.
Regardless of whether they just kept the point or not, it's still a one-possession game. But every point matters. You never know how that one's going to turn out.
Yeah, every point mattered for Baltimore last week.
I once again have flashbacks to the Super Bowl that the Rams played in, where they had to go for a touchdown at the end instead of a field goal because they botched a PAT.
Yeah, it'd be
They
like
were up, I still laugh about how they went up 13-3 in that game after a whole offseason, or like not a whole offseason, but like there were a lot of jokes about how like they couldn't score a touchdown in the Super Bowl after that loss to New England in their last appearance. So it was like, yeah, a lot of those jokes ran around, and then like so as soon as they scored the first touchdown with Odell, I was like all over Twitter like, the Rams scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, let's go. And then they score another one with Cooper Kupp, but then they botched the PAT. So at the end of the game, they're down 4 instead of down 3, so they have to go for the end zone instead of getting the safety net of a field goal. I'm just glad that I have a recent Super Bowl that we won that I can look back on with positive memories. Because
yeah, that's true. Having that one Super Bowl is great, and it gives me the ability to cope.
It's like I can always look back on this footage and think about the good memories.
Yes,
because I couldn't do that before with the Rams.
Yeah.
The year 99-2000 season was the last year they won a Super Bowl before 2021. So all the footage was VHS level old, and it was always it was more like, granted, it was like one of the most historic plays in league history because of the tackle, but I like having a Super Bowl that I can actually like look back on and say I remember where I was and what I was doing when this happened. So they are going to return this kickoff, and he gets tackled just after the 20-yard line. I guess you might as well do it. I think the Chiefs are just probably going to take a knee end of the half.
All right. Well, halftime in the city of Kansas City.
Kansas City, Missouri, just so we're clear.
Yes. I have been to Kansas City, Missouri. I did not go to Kansas City, Kansas, though. So, halftime. All right. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but Allen has 4 career comebacks of 11-plus points. One against the Jets, one against the Ravens, one against the Cardinals this year, and one against the Patriots this year. So a pair of 14-point comebacks this year. So just keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it.
Something to keep an eye out for, indeed.
Yes.
21 points in the first half for the Chiefs is, per CBS, the most points they've scored in any half this season.
Yeah,
For
checks
a
out.
team like the Chiefs, that's pretty low.
Yeah, they haven't scored 31 points in a game all season.
Or 21 points even. Like the 21 points were.
Yeah, 21 is a hard number for the Chiefs to get, it seems. But they have gotten it today.
It's the Chiefs. It's funny. You would think like a team like the Chiefs should easily get 21 points and a half at some point during the regular season, but
yeah, the last time they scored 31 points in a game was last November 26th. The last time they scored more than 31 was week 3 against the Bears last year. So, listen, they won a Super Bowl. They've won all the playoff games. I understand. I do understand. But at the same time, you kind of need to score some points.
Scoring points is, in fact, how you win football games.
Breaking news.
Playing defense and stopping the other team from scoring points is how you don't lose football games, but you can end in a tie in that scenario. But if you score points, that's how you win them.
Although there hasn't been a 0-0 game since the 40s, so you need to score at least 3 points. Because there hasn't been a 2-0 game in decades. Now I'm going to go look it up because I'm a psychopath.
Scoregami.
Yep. All right, Jack, I want your guess. The last 2-0 game.
I feel like that's a stat that I should have like on the back of my mind all the time. It had to have
the last been 2-0 games were Packers Bears, by the way.
So one of them was probably in like the early days of the league where they couldn't score at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 40s or the 30s or the
1938. 20s. There was a 3-0 game last year. I have zero recollection of Vikings Raiders, but it did end 3-0.
Yeah, that game ended 3-0. It was a disaster from start to finish.
Yeah. The last 0-0 game was 1943 Giants Lions. Yeah, tough scenes.
Score points, people.
It'd be like that. It do, in fact, be like that. All right. Exciting times.
Like I said, I just hope that the CBS microphones at halftime don't suck like they did.
Be like that,
where you could hear the concert over the whole analysis. Let's see. Halftime stats.
Yeah. Chiefs 3 touchdowns, Bills 2 touchdowns. That's really all the stats you need to know today.
For now, yeah, that's the stat you need to know.
And no turnovers for Buffalo again.
Allen is 13 for 20, 150 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. James Cook has 4 carries for 28 yards, average of 5.8 per carry. The leading receiver, Shakir, has 41 yards. Hollins has 41 yards and a touchdown. Cooper has 28 yards. Kansas City side of things, Mahomes is 10 for 13, 132 yards, 1 touchdown. Kareem Hunt has 8 carries for 41 yards, 5.1 average, 1 touchdown. Xavier Worthy, the leading receiver, he has 62 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 catches. And then Juju Smith-Schuster has 31 yards on 1 reception. And that's second place.
And I'll come through with the PFF grades. Bills over 80. Amari Cooper, 81.8. David Edwards, 80.8. Bottom of the pile, Josh Allen, 41.4. Curtis Samuel, 37.5. Chiefs offense, Xavier Worthy, 92.9. Bottom of the pile, Noah Gray at a 50. Travis Kelce at a 42.8. Defensively, Buffalo, Dwayne Smoot leads the way with 77 grade. Bottom of the pile of Matt Milano, 40.4. Damar Hamlin, 29.9. Chiefs grades, Chris Jones, 82.9. Then Nazeed Johnson, 86 or 82.6. And then the bottom, Charles Omenihu, 46.1. And Mike Dana, who forced the fumble, by the way, 34.3. with the 29.7 run defense grade. So that's the gap. It's like, why would Mike Dana, he forced a fumble, why would he be so low? The run defense has not been good. And Menahue missed a tackle. Chris Jones has 4 pressures, by the way, at the half. Good stuff from him. And Smoot has 2 pressures on Mahomes. So that Chiefs offensive line doing some work today. Tooney 85.5 pass blocking grade, Humphrey 79.6, Trey Smith 74.1. And then for the Bills, 88.9 pass block grade for Deion Dawkins, 79.8 for David Edwards. So they're cooking. 17.4 for Connor McGovern, by the way. Not good. Not good.
Not good.
All right. All right. Did Jaden Daniels have the best rookie quarterback season in history?
In history?
Yes, in history.
I don't know about in history, but that's just because my mind is like not clear on like who the greatest rookie QB was like before Daniels.
Sure.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It was really like I didn't expect him to like. The thing about Jaden Daniels is that it was like he is the reason why the Commanders got as far as they did after being stuck in the mud for so long. Like he is the reason why that. Like you talk about like the redemption that Alex Smith had and what he did for that team. Granted, I'm not talking about like Alex Smith being a rookie, but like Alex Smith had a fantastic comeback story, and then he helped them make the playoffs. But then you had like the Taylor Heineke thing. Like Taylor Heineke also came in there, and he helped
balled out.
He balled out and helped them nearly win a playoff game. Jaden Daniels is the reason why the Commanders won a playoff game. And he's the reason they made the playoffs. He's the reason why they beat the Eagles near the end of the season. Like he's just like one of my friends. I hate to steal it from him, but like he used the word unflappable to describe him, and that's kind of true. Like he's just not panicking about anything. And any possible scenario you throw at him, he can be met with adversity. He can have things go wrong. He's not immune to it, but his response is just insane. He doesn't care. Like it's just so fun to watch a guy like that, and like as a rookie too. It's like I feel like a lot of people could see that too in his college gameplay and stuff, and that's why he was projected to go as high or like not. I don't know. I forget how high he went. I think he was like
number 2
or something. Oh,
yeah, number 2.
Okay. All right, I can remember. But the point being, a lot of people liked his game, and now we're seeing why.
Yeah, I think you have to put him right at the top. And even before you include the playoffs, because he had an excellent season. I'll pull up his stats real quick, but
I kind of glossed over the season, but you get the point. Like he's the reason why. That's what I meant. Like he's the reason why that they were in this situation in the first place.
Yeah, like you look in 25 pass touchdowns, 9 picks, 3,500 passing yards, 7.4 yards per attempt, a 100 rating, a 70.5 QBR.
As a rookie, this is absurd.
Yeah, and you throw in 900 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns. So, I mean, your rookie quarterback gave you 31 touchdowns and 40, darn near 49. Can I talk? Darn near 4,500 yards and 31 touchdowns, and led you, 4 game-winning drives. I know game-winning drives, fourth quarter comebacks are weird, and part of that stat comes from part of that comes from a Hail Mary that Jaden got bailed out on. I understand, but like, man, that's then in the playoffs entering today, 280 yards a game, 4 touchdowns. And on the ground, he had a rushing touchdown today. But prior to it in the playoffs, 87 yards. So, he's given you really solid production, like 110 plus rating in both playoff games entering today. And even today's game, I didn't think he played poorly. He wasn't unbelievable or anything, but 255, touchdown, then on the ground, 48 and a touchdown. So, I mean, sign me up for a rookie quarterback that has 250 passing yards in 3 straight playoff games, tacks on, about 120 on the ground, and 6 total touchdowns in 3 games. So I think you're right at the top of the list in terms of rookie quarterbacks in the history of the sport.
Absolutely in the conversation.
And if you were curious, the PFF overlords, they did give Jayden a 64.7 grade. So 0 big time throws, 0 turnover worthy plays, 2 drops, 3 batted passes, 2 throwaways. So adjusted completion percentage 72.1. Hurts 84.9 passing grade. Yeah. This is the worst. Just the half times of these big games. It just drags on and on and on and on.
Yeah, that's kind of like what it is in the Super Bowl too, because the Super Bowl obviously has a longer halftime because of the halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that there's a halftime performance going on here too. So
yep,
all the big games tend to have like or just even sometimes games like throughout
the Christmas
year will
game.
Fun halftime show. I think Warren G was halftime for the Rams at Cardinals or versus not. Sorry, I messed up. That game was in Arizona against the Vikings.
Yes.
They had the Chainsmokers at the Kansas City game in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hot Chili Peppers in their first game back in LA in 2016.
Nice.
They still play Can't Stop before the start of every game. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Great song. Yeah, the Chiefs 3 for 4 on 3rd downs, and the only time they went to 4th down, they converted. So they've been able to string these drives together. 6.6 yards per play. They've been cooking over 10 yards a pass, over 4 yards per rush. Pretty clean game penalty wise. There are a couple flags in there. 7 penalties for just 40 yards total. Not too bad. Only 1 sack so far. Chiefs 17 first downs. So over 3 per drive. Bills slightly more passing yards, 140 to 132, but the Chiefs are averaging 3.5 yards extra per pass. And then on the ground, twice the attempts, twice the yardage basically for Kansas City. And really the difference, Kansas City has just not been stopped. Buffalo's defense has not been up to task. The only mistake really was Mahomes dropping the football.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and even still, it's just like that's just like the Chiefs are just doing what they got to do.
Yeah,
this is quintessential. They don't have to be dominating the game. They don't have to pull away on the scoreboard. It's like I've been saying on our show all year, basically, is that they don't, as long as like they have at least one phase of their game going in their favor. This is why they're as good as they are.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
a well-oiled machine.
And I mentioned that they hadn't scored 31 points in a game this season, but they get to 21 pretty regularly. And Mahomes starts, they got to 21, 12 out of 16 starts. And when they scored 21 points, they are 11-1. So now granted, in Mahomes starts, they scored under 20 points. They were 4-0. They beat the Chargers both times, the Raiders and the Broncos. So every game out of the division, they've scored at least 21 points, and they're 11-1 in those games.
Shout out to all the Rams fans on Twitter who are like completely fine if Mahomes wins another Super Bowl this year, solely for the reason that he took 2 rings away from the Niners.
That'll happen.
Looks like we're back actually for the second half now.
Beautiful. By the way, the first matchup, Mahomes was 23 for 33, 196, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 sacks, 90 rating. Hunt ran for 60 yards. Leading receiver was Xavier Worthy, again, 61 yards and a touchdown. Noah Gray had 2 touchdowns. Then for the Bills, Allen, 27 for 40, 262, touchdown and a pick. Also had a rushing touchdown. James Cook had 2 touchdowns on the ground. Curtis Samuel caught a touchdown. The Bills, of course, you had the big Allen run at the end on 4th and 2 that sealed the deal. But yeah, we are back in Kansas City. Let me pull up
Home
the game
of
again.
the Chiefs. However they say it. That probably
Yeah.
sounded really cringe on.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Sounds
we
really
lost
weird.
our 2 viewers. We have 2 viewers right now. Shout out to you
Yes.
guys.
Yes,
We probably
shout
lost them
out.
both after I said that.
Shout out to the viewers. Okay.
Mahomes is gonna run it. Got all kinds of blocks, and he slides down past the first down marker.
All right, big drive, just to eat some clock away and put points up on the board.
Yeah, putting points on the board and making this a 2-score game again is what you want to do here. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that Buffalo stays out of reach, because I feel like at some point, Josh Allen and that offense is going to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And they've already got. I say that with them already having 16 on the board.
They just woke up. They just woke up on their last drive. Allen had the big touchdown.
Oh, you got to make a tackle. How do you not tackle him behind the line? Like 400 guys got to him.
Oh no.
Oh no, did they rule him forward? Progress was stopped in the backfield. I think they did.
Oh.
Let's see what they rule.
Bro, Kaiir Elam is getting picked on.
No, it's 2nd and 7. I misheard Tony Romo. Granted, my volume isn't that highest right now, so I can actually hear what we're saying.
True. Yeah, not a great day for Bills trade draft pick. I can't word it properly because Elam for the Bills is struggling.
Did they really call DPI on that?
Yeah, he's getting held. Yeah.
I need a replay because that looked kind of soft in real time.
Yeah. Kaiir Elam, a couple penalties, and Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, that's PI.
Oh. Checo just falls down. Oh.
Yeah, in real time, I couldn't quite tell, but yeah, the replay, that's PI all day long.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Also, the yellow gloves, that would make Bill Belichick's hands.
Oh, flea flicker. And Mahomes just checks it down and he falls down at the line at the line of scrimmage. That could have been bigger than it was.
Oh, come on, Pacheco. You're better than that.
That looked like it probably could have been a nice game, but then Pacheco got attacked by the turf monster.
Yep. That good old turf monster. Unfortunate. All right, big 3rd down.
2nd down.
Wow.
It might be 3rd down, though, if you're reading the...
Yeah, I'm going to play ahead of you now, I think.
Let's see what they do. Run is stopped at the 50. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, big play here. We've already whittled off 2.5 minutes in the quarter. But the Chiefs have been, again, good on 3rd down. They converted on 4th down earlier.
This would be 4th down territory. Go for it territory if you don't get it here.
Hollywood breaks free. Gain of 15. Move those chains into field goal range.
Let's see.
I would suggest covering Brown, Marquise. 3 catches for 35 yards on the day. Mahomes up to a 149. Also a face mask that they missed. Not the first time the refs have missed a face mask on Hollywood Brown. Yes, I'm still angry about that Colts game.
I'm going to check Paramount Plus and see if this is...
Oh, I guess.
It is ahead.
Oh, that was Zay, not Marquise. Never mind.
Oh, my God. Paramount Plus is like a second ahead. So we're going to Paramount Plus.
Oh, yes. I'm watching on NFL Plus. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Yeah, not sponsored by either one.
No. But hey, if you want to sponsor us, that's okay.
We'd be down.
Off the hands of Juju Mahomes.
We would be happy to read promo codes for you guys to.
Yes, we'd love to read some promo codes.
We'd love it. I'm about to watch
Brutal.
this play.
Brutal. Brutal. Oh, it's not halftime anymore. Let me adjust that.
Oh, Juju.
Corvette. Mahomes has been dialed in on third down, though, so let's see what he does. Deep drop. Rolling. Oh, what a tackle by Milano. What a sick play from the Bills' former All-Pro linebacker. And that'll force a punt. First opponent punt against the Bills in like 3 weeks. Probably a hold on the back end, too, but just a textbook tackle there from Milano.
Oh, yes. That's a thing of beauty. I love how he just stands there, too. Like, he doesn't even celebrate. He just stands there.
Yeah. And we have
He's
punt
like, yeah,
God.
I did that. I know.
Former Bill.
I got to tell you what. If I'm a pass rusher and I sack Patrick Mahomes, I'm celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm doing something. I'm going to try and keep it tame because I don't want to get a taunting penalty, but I'm doing something if I just sack Mahomes.
Yeah. 2 hip thrusts. And breaking news, the Bills are forced to punt.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, first time since the third to last drive in the Denver game.
We're doing a hard count on the snap for a punt. Somebody just screamed, "Ah, look out."
That's crazy. Kenny Pickett is going to the Super Bowl. Insane things.
If Eagles fans weren't jerks, I'd have no problem rooting for them to win the Super Bowl. But it's somehow still better than the 49ers. I feel really weird about it because, like, there are some 49ers fans out there who said that they were rooting for the Rams because they were sick of Eagles fans. And granted, their rivalry in
that's funny
recent NFC Championship games or like recent seasons has been pretty big. But
yeah, I understand, but I also could never see myself.
We are division rivals. I will root for the Eagles over the Niners any day long.
Right. It's like even
like I respect the class. Don't get me wrong. Like I will be classy if you want to be classy too. But we're division rivals, so I am rooting for you to lose before anyone else.
Right. Like unless it helps, unless it actively helps my team, I want you to lose.
Yeah. Like there could have been a really awkward scenario where we had to root for the Niners to beat the Lions on a Monday night game in Week 17 this year because of the strength of victory tiebreaker. But then Jaden Daniels did his thing and the Commanders won. So
true.
And I was at a Kings game during that night.
Oh, update for you. You might enjoy. I might be going to a hockey game in
that's
a couple
fun.
weeks. Yeah. The Red Wings are in town third week in March. So I would like to go to that game.
What team are you closest to again?
Caps.
Caps? Okay.
Yep.
Caps Wings is not a bad...
the 1998 Stanley Cup Final. The Red Wings completed the sweep here. My parents went to that game.
I need the Kings to figure out their scoring slump right now because...
To be like that.
They have gone their last 8 of 9 games or something like that, or 7 of 8 where they've only scored 2 or less goals, which is not good.
That's no bueno.
They were hella scoring at the start of the year, and that has calmed the hell down. But their defense is lit.
Hey, we love
their
that.
Defense and their goaltending with Darcy Kemper.
Is former Avalanche.
Solid. Yep, Stanley Cup champion with Avalanche.
Yep.
David Rodick has been mostly a solid backup.
The Red Wings are not doing so hot this year. They are 7th in the Atlantic, so not ideal.
Yeah. The Kings were on
every
pace.
team's clumped together too, so they're only 4 points behind the Lightning, but the Lightning do have a game in hand. So
the Kings were on pace to play against the Oilers for the 4th year in a row, but the Oilers just took the division lead away from Vegas, so now it's Kings Vegas as things stand right now. And I hate both teams right now, so I don't really give a shit who we play.
Right.
I don't care if I like the team that we're playing against either. It's the playoffs, No friends.
Yeah, no friends.
Talk about who else you would be happy with winning after your team is out.
Absolutely. All right, handoff. James Cook has a big hole, breaks the tackle.
What James Cook?
If I were an
God,
NFL player,
that guy.
if I were an NFL player, I simply would not miss tackles. Like
I know, right? I just wouldn't. You know,
yeah,
I
or
just
like
wouldn't.
fumbles. Like fumbles are for chumps.
I just wouldn't fumble. If I'm a quarterback, I just won't throw a pick. You know,
okay. I have a genuine question for you, Jack. What draft pick would you give up to ensure your team lost 0 fumbles in a season? Like if your team fumbled, it would just be a redo.
Just be the first overall pick. Like I don't
you'd
care.
You'd give up the number one. Pick.
If it means like you don't fumble all season long.
Yep. Like any fumble, you just redo the play.
Yeah, that's like eliminating half the freaking turnovers for your team.
True.
So I think any pick would be worth it, to be honest.
Okay. The first you'd give up the Rams like number 24 pick to ensure they do not fumble this season.
Yeah, because then people would shut up about Kyren Williams.
That's a good point.
So
it would just be a redo.
Yeah. This year, I think I'd be fine with that because they drafted pretty well last year. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that'd be. Okay, here's one. If what round draft pick would you give up to ensure that teams against you could not have a return? So any interception or fumble, like it was blown dead as soon as they take possession.
As soon as it happens, probably like a 4th round pick.
All punts and kicks. There's no returns. It's just like wherever the guy catches it.
Yeah, I don't think that's really worth a high draft pick because that doesn't really affect the game that much. Like every now and then you get a huge return, but especially with like the new kickoffs nowadays and stuff like that, it's kind of rare.
Right.
And it's harder. But like most of the time, those kicks get like 20 yards in returns, and then they just get tackled. So I don't think that's really worth a day 1 or day 2 pick.
Right, and I mean, there's only a handful of punt returns in a game, anyways. You have so many fair catches and so many that are just down.
Yeah, or like so many offenses that are like getting into the scoring range. Allen gonna keep it? Doesn't get it. I think they go for this.
Yeah, just just plugging and chugging with Josh Allen. Ugh. We are over halfway through the 3rd quarter. We're closing in on Splash has to watch 17 million tush pushes in 2 weeks. So,
all these tush pushes, man.
The pushes to tush.
I had an argument that it probably should have just been gotten rid of now after seeing the shit that happened in the Washington game.
Yeah, they obviously can't do it like mid-season, but
no, yeah, I get it, but
yeah,
I feel like in the off-season now you could have a legit discussion.
Yeah, I wonder if you're Washington, if there was anything in the back of your head saying Frankie Louvu jump over the pile again so we can get this banned.
My reasoning, though, is that like most of the time, jumps aren't going to be literal jumping and spearing attempts like what Frankie Louvu tried twice. I feel like most jumps that get called on like 4th or on like touch pushes or like 4th and 1 or something like that are like just like
Troy Polamalu play.
The guy goes early, like he just goes early. And now there's controversy because now that you could have moments where like the refs could determine, oh, that was intentional when it wasn't. So
yeah, like just sometimes you like don't time the snap properly.
I think it just like most of the time it's obviously unintentional, but I think that now that like we know that the refs can automatically award them a score, and then like now that we know like it's because of the intentional jumping and stuff like that, now there could be a debate where like the ref goes, yeah, that was intentional, and people are like, what the hell? No, it wasn't. And there's no real clear way of knowing. Oh, Josh Allen with a fake.
You know, if I would suggest tackling Josh Allen. In my infinite wisdom, I think that's a good idea.
Got fooled. I thought that 26 had the ball.
Up Allen skedaddling through the middle of the field.
Oh, that's such a good fake handoff. That is so good. He had both his hands on it. The running back had both of his hands on it and never grabbed the ball. So Karlaftis made the tackle, but Allen had it the whole time.
Mhm.
Dawson Knox gets the edge, doesn't quite make it.
All right, 2nd and goal from the 2.
Already only like 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. This game's kind of flown by.
Yeah. This third quarter is moving and grooving, and the Bills, hey man, they were down 11, and then we're like, okay, they got to go score here. They do the score. They put points on the board.
I love how you were right though when you said that this would be the better game if we streamed, and absolutely has been.
Yeah, just not going to be able to take a nap before I go into work, but you know what? That's okay.
I figured you could take a nap beforehand, but it is what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a game on.
Did not quite get the touchdown again. It's going to be 3rd and goal from like the inch,
All
the
right.
half-yard line.
I think it's push time.
I hear the purge siren on 3rd down.
Yep.
I have friends who play that sound effect all the time.
Oh, he's stuffed. Wow. Okay. How often do you think the Eagles or Bills or Ravens or whomever would do the tush push? If it was stopped, it's a turnover.
I still think they would probably do it because it's just like their O. In the case of the Eagles specifically, their O line is so good at this sort of thing that it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think at that point it would just depend on field position. Like if it was from the goal line, then they would. But if it was from like the 20-yard line, they might not.
Wow, what a play, James
Allen,
Cook.
James Cook is
insane. Dunks on him, unbelievable.
He dunked on him. That's what he did. He dunked on him. Gotta be Jimbo Cook, says Jim Nance.
Crazy.
They're gonna look at where his knees were, I think, but it looked like he was in. Josh Allen just celebrated. Yeah,
yep, he's in. Yeah, he's in.
I can tell right here. Like, is it?
Wow.
Yeah, his hand was down before his knees, and then the ball is there.
Dang.
Oh man, that was such a huge hit too. From is that Bolton?
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't get tackle information, but yeah, going for 2 here. And nope. Oh.
No
dice. But the Bills take the lead. They're down 11. Now they're up 1. What a time. What a time to be alive. Also, this is the 3rd consecutive team to go for it on 4th or go for a 2-point conversion early in the game, fail, and have to go for it again instead of just taking. I guess Washington didn't go for 2 again, but Baltimore went for 2 and failed, and then had to go for 2 and failed the second time. Buffalo has now failed twice. But hey, the Bills lead. James Cook, 9 carries, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also 17 receiving yards.
Absolute cinema.
Yeah, absolute cinema.
And guess what? These matchups, as much as I don't love the repetitiveness, this is a very, very, very fun rivalry.
Yes. All right. Oh, I need to settle some takes too.
Yeah, that would be important. I need to make some takes.
Yes.
I've been slacking in that department a little bit lately, unfortunately.
Eagles beat Commanders. That happened.
Sometimes it's hard to remember that like you actually like can do those for like any sport.
Yeah.
My brain is so like wired on like, okay, football season's over, so it doesn't matter. You can make takes all year long when you stay there. We're not. Our show is not sponsored by them, but we are with them. So
yes. Saquon Barkley under rushing yards, but 3 touchdowns today. Also,
his over/under number probably shot up after last week.
Yeah, it was 122.5.
Oh God, Saquon is good. It's a combination of the Eagles' O-line is nuts and
Well, VJ had a take. Jaden Daniels will throw the most touchdowns out of all 4 quarterbacks. All of them have 1 right now, so he would tie.
In which case that take fails because he said the most. So.
That's a good point. But I would. Nah.
But if they all have,
yeah. Ooh.
I would still say that fails. If they all have if they're all tied, that means nobody threw more than the other. And you're saying
That's
one
true.
guy specifically
Yeah,
threw the
that's I
most.
guess
So
the one issue we end up with these takes is that it's like hopefully Mahomes or someone throws or Allen or Mahomes throws a second one. So the
yeah, I think
Washington
I don't have
Commanders did
to.
not win the Super Bowl. Does Mahomes have a roughing the passer call? I don't believe so.
Not in this game yet.
Saquon ran for 118.
The thing is, Saquon got the 3 touchdowns because his first 2 carries of the game resulted in touchdowns.
Yeah, that's true.
And one of them was from very, very, very ideal field position. So
Yes.
5 rushing, 45 yards. 5 rushes, 45 yards, and a touchdown for James Cook on the last drive. He's so good.
Rolling. He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. As the kids might say.
What play for the Ravens gave you in the regular season gave you the biggest heart attack?
Definitely the Lamar play that he fumbled the snap, then he like stiff arms Hubbard and gets down to the 1. If he scores, that is the greatest play in the history of the NFL. And he didn't score; he got down inside the 1, so it's like a year highlight, but didn't end up.
I think for me, for the Rams, it was week 3
Mhm.
against the Niners when they had the comeback, and then the Niners did the whole pitchy woo woo thing, and then they actually got down to like the 30-yard line.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh my God, you're going to blow the game like this.
Mm-hmm.
But then freaking Brandon Ayuk dropped the ball. So
the Ravens almost pulled it. They did that against the Raiders, and Lamar had like a 50-yard run right up the middle, and he pitched it to the wrong side. He had an opening, but pitched it to the wrong side.
I was scared because like the Niners' biggest gain on that play was like when they got the ball to George Kittle, who is a very large tight end, and then he was surrounded by O linemen, and I was like, oh God, he might actually run it here. But then he threw it again when he was about to get tackled, and then a few more things happened, but then Ayuk dropped it out of bounds.
Yeah, a few things. You know, one of my favorite games of all time, I attended, it was a Bucs-Falcons game, 2018 in Atlanta. And the Bucs had a chance to win the game. They threw it short on like a Hail Mary play. They threw it short, and Evans, I believe, pitched it to Deshaun Jackson, and Deshaun Jackson didn't catch the ball. He had a wide open lane, like the hash marks down the sideline.
Did the Bills jump, or is that a false start?
On 3rd and 10, I think that's a false start. Unfortunately, my NFL
on both sides of the line.
So tough scenes there.
It's a false start.
Wow, the Chiefs are folding. Can you believe it?
3rd down and 15. I'm surprised Mahomes wasn't whining about the potential roughing the passer call there, because on the play beforehand, he got hit after the ball came out.
Fires and incomplete.
And Buffalo, I see you.
Okay, back-to-back stops. First time.
I'm about to watch it for myself, but
wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I think he was out of bounds. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back.
I'll just commentate over these next few plays. Yeah, that's way out of bounds, way incomplete. 4th down and 15. Chiefs are going to be sending out the punting unit again. There's 2:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Oh, yeah. Brown was out of bounds before he caught that ball. Splash was right. He had a foot out before the ball even touched his hands. So that would not have counted. Bills are doing the thing so far, but still in a 1-point game. They're going to have a solid next drive, kill some clock. Maybe get out of the quarter at least, I think, should be their priority here. There's Shakir on the return. He's out around the 30-yard line. And now we go to ad break, so I have nothing to talk about. Bad time for the game to go to ad break. I'm not the greatest in the world at filling time, but we'll try. Let me find stats so far. I don't have the PFF, but I have the can Google up some stats real fast. After that last drive, Josh Allen is now 14 for 21 with 157 yards. James Cook, 9 carries, 68 yards, 7.5 average, 2 touchdowns, and Splash, you're back now, so
Hello.
I don't have to fill time anymore.
Yes. Yeah, James Cook is really good. I know Bills fans wanted to cope and say they had no talent. I have no talent. That was Bills fans all last week.
I have no talent.
Yes, exactly. But man, the Bills are a really talented team. The defense is lots of talented players. James Cook is really good. The offensive line is really good. I know the Pro Bowlers. The Ravens have 11 Pro Bowlers now. Yes, I understand. The Ravens also have one of those. It's a fullback. Like a fullback is not making that much of a difference. Roquan Smith made it on name recognition alone. Zay Flowers made it on name recognition. It's like half of them I don't think really deserved to be Pro Bowlers. So yes, they're Pro Bowler in name, but I didn't think they deserved to be Pro Bowlers. So, oh well.
I feel like a lot of Rams players got snubbed for the Pro Bowl this year. I thought Braden Fisk should have made it. I thought Puka Nacua should have made it.
Yeah, Puka was
Kyron
awesome.
maybe. Kyron just on his touchdown total alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really good year, really competitive year for running backs. So it was like Gibbs and Bijan and Barkley. That was
I can understand why Gibbs
probably makes it in. Kyron probably makes it in with Barkley going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Kyron could make it in. I don't think he was named as an alternate, but I don't know that either. So I don't know. So
he has what? No, he has to be alternate. NFC Pro Bowl alternates. Daniel Falele was an alternate. Yeah, so Saquon's going to the Superb Owl.
I'm only finding the accurate, like the current Pro Bowl rosters. I'm not finding alternates. Wait, hang on a second. Not yet announced for this website that I found. But the Eagles just made the Super Bowl, so they'll probably announce them soon.
Yeah.
And I do think Puka should at least be one of them, and Fisk.
Oh, it's Josh Jacobs, not Bijan.
Now we have defensive hands to the face against Kansas City.
They're unraveling, boys.
Penalties killing the Chiefs. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, this was not on my bingo card. Penalties killing the Bills. That was.
Yeah, that was on mine. But the Chiefs.
Wow. Well, a history of Bills Chiefs. Earlier this season, the Bills led by. Well, entering the fourth quarter, they led by 2. Today, they lead by 1. Their last matchup last season.
I mentioned while you were gone. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, their matchup last season, the Bills led entering the fourth quarter, 24-20. Their matchup in 2021, their playoff game. Of course, that one went back and forth. But entering the fourth quarter, the Chiefs led 23-21. And then their AFC Championship game, the other one before today, that is, the Chiefs won by 2 touchdowns, but the Chiefs were up 16 entering the fourth quarter. So, I don't know. Sketchy times. Bro, another fumble?
I think he got it back.
Yeah, he recovered it, but
yeah.
That is now 3 Bills fumbles, and they've recovered all 3 of them.
One of the points that I made while you were AFK was that I like the key for the Bills in this drive right now was just to kill clock, get to the fourth quarter. Allen does not get the line of the game.
Nope, but we head to the fourth quarter.
And so the Bills did exactly what I said they should have done. Just kill clock, at the very least, get to the end of the quarter with the lead.
Hey, Josh, I think they know you're going left. I think they know as well.
He always does it.
Perhaps try going right. I don't know. Like that seems like a
Try
a
either
move.
going right or try faking it. Like line
Yeah.
up behind the left guy, like you're gonna go for it, but then line
Yeah.
up somewhere else.
Yeah, line up behind the left guard and
But then like
direct
don't
snap
even
to
like
the
give the ball to Josh. Like have him like run to the side and like snap the ball to Cook or somebody.
yeah. Or do another speed option play because that was pretty sick.
I'm gonna let the clock run out here and go to the fourth.
All right, we head to the fourth quarter. Another
Bills Chiefs.
Chiefs game coming down to the wire.
Absolute cinema as always.
All right,
These teams-
I'm gonna pull this up on StatHead real quick. The fourth quarter point differentials for these two teams. If I can find it.
This NFL on CBS remix is cool. It's like a trap remix, but it actually sounds good.
Nice.
I am also going to step aside for a little bit. I'll be right back.
Sure. I don't think I can, unfortunately, find fourth quarter points. I used to be able to. I don't know why I can't. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. Is it team? No. Stats? No. Game results. Yes. Here we go. In fourth quarter, I think that's how that works. No, I don't want. I want fourth quarter points. I do not need. I don't know why it's not giving me. That's strange. 2024. Most. That's strange. That is strange. The Bengals had 43 passing touchdowns. That's not what I asked for, StatHead. Can I? Is it? Would it go season then? As opposed to team game stat finder? Maybe it's team season stat finder. All football tools. Game play. Player, not player, team season. Because I'd love to find like points scored in the fourth quarter. But I can't find that. Unfortunately. All right, Buffalo, humongous fourth down here. They're already 2 for 2 on the day. Probably a tush push. Do you go left, though, or do you try going right? And they just completed one. Cook is on the sideline. I don't think that's... I mean, obviously, they know more than I do, but I don't know, man. I would have James Cook in the game in this situation. That's just me, though. 4th and 1. They're going to change the play. Oh, he goes over the top. Wow, finally something different. And he fumbles, and bro, that's 4 fumbles. Jeez, man. Like, I get it's 4th down. You know, season is in the balance, but
what in the world just happened? Did the Bills get that first down, or they fumble and the Chiefs recovered?
Yeah. Oh, the Chiefs. No, I think the
Buffalo
Bills
ball.
recovered.
Buffalo ball.
Yeah, Buffalo ball. But that's now 3 fumbles for Allen. Has not lost any of them. Wow. I am gonna look up the last time Josh Allen had 3 fumbles in the game, and he has not lost one of them. So
Allen was not able to keep both of his hands on the ball. Oh, that's a face mask on Tranquil. He got his hands on his mask. I think the refs might have missed it. Granted, I'm sure they would have also. Oh, Chris Jones is hurt. He's got his helmet off.
Yeah. First time since September of 2022 that Allen has 3 fumbles in a game. He lost one of them that day.
But he's gotten all of them back in this one, which is the
Yep.
important thing. Like,
Mhm.
if you fumble, it sucks, but at least you get the ball back.
Yeah.
That's what you got to worry about more. Don't lose
Right.
it. Protect the football, kids.
Now, okay, here's a question for you. If you're the Bills, you go down and score a touchdown. You're up 7. Do you go for 2 and to take a 2-score lead, or do you just kick the extra point and go up by 8?
I would kick the PAT because the Bills have been they're
They've already failed
telegraphing their
twice
plays.
on 2-point conversions today.
I feel like their 2-point conversions today have both been very telegraphed, so I would just kick.
Sure.
Because then you have the safety net of, like, if they miss the PAT, we will still be in the lead. But if they do go for it, I will understand, but I just wouldn't. Oh, God. Okay, that's a screenplay. That always happens to me on Madden. Like, before I knew what screen meant, I would run that on Madden, like, when I was younger, and I would be like,
short.
And I would be like, why the hell do I not have an O-line? And then I would...
yeah, it happens.
That was before I knew. That was like when I was young and I did not know ball. But now I know.
All right, they're going to hurry up to the line. Here we go. They go left again, and he is stuffed. He was going sideways. Oh, in a big moment. Did he get... I think they're rolling him short.
Let me see. I think he got there.
I don't know. He was moving sideways an awful long time.
I think he got there. One ref says he did. One ref says he didn't.
Okay. I think part of Allen made it, but did the ball make it? I don't think so. But that's worth a challenge. Like, you're deep in Chiefs.
Yeah, this is worth a challenge here.
Yeah, it's worth a challenge.
Can we get a camera from the other side, please? Oh, that's close.
Under review, Chris Jones making plays.
That is so close. I can't.
I don't.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think he did. I think a portion of the ball crosses from that angle.
Ooh, okay. The overhead angle.
From the angle that's facing the ball, it looks to me like a portion.
The overhead angle is a good angle.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's close. That's close.
Oh, this is game deciding right here.
That is. And then you're 13 minutes left.
This is why we need trackers in the football. This is why we need to know where the ball is in comparison to where it is on the field, because these kinds of plays nowadays still are coming down to, like, are your eyes lying to you or not?
Yeah.
Whereas other sports will actually, like, have trackers.
Like soccer. Now, of course, it's a little bit different because the ball is not spherical.
Yeah, you could just put one in each tip, though.
But what if you're... Yeah, but the ball's not always perfectly straight when you're, like, reaching.
Yeah, that's true.
In theory, it would be, but you could reach it, like, sideways. Like, bad example, but, like, this glass bottle, I'm reaching sideways.
Yeah.
Is there, like, here, is there a tracker there?
You're right.
So, I don't know. It's close.
I think if you had, like, a tracker where there was, like, something in each tip of the ball, then you could probably tell, like, what angle it was at, because, like, oh, this tracker was here, this tracker was here.
That's true.
You can tell the ball is going that way.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I'm inventing something that doesn't exist.
Wow, scary times. Because this is a 2 or 3 minute, probably. This is points, probably. This is 2 or 3 minutes if you're the Chiefs. Okay. Let's say Bills convert. It's 1st and 10 from the Chiefs 40, under 13 to go, ticking clock. Okay, great. But you stop them. Chiefs get the ball on the 41, so pretty good field position for them, and 13 minutes left. So you could have, 3, 4, 5 minute difference here, and points, of course, being a huge difference. And the play is upheld. He's short. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Both the Bills.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like he got that ball.
I don't know. That one's probably it's ruled as stands, not confirmed.
So do you challenge it if you're, because Buffalo didn't challenge? It was an official review.
That's, but that,
But like, I feel like you could plead your case a little bit more if you challenged it.
All right. And are they gonna? Because I don't know if does the challenge make sense though. Because they just like reviewed it. It's not like it was like I don't know. Like I get what you're saying, but I also don't know.
I legitimately feel like from the angle that was facing the ball from the other side of the field, like the one that they're showing right here, it looks like a tip of the ball or part of the ball gets over the line.
Mhm.
And then like right as it crosses the line, that's when Allen gets pulled back. I feel like he got it.
Also, I got some stats for you. Saquon Barkley's birthday is Super Bowl Sunday.
Saw that earlier on the Twitter feed. Yeah, speaking of Twitter feed, my entire Twitter feed is saying that looked like a first down, but it's in Kansas City, so it'll probably be their ball.
Oof.
And there goes Allen or Mahomes running for it. I gotta shift gears, quarterbacks in my brain again.
Yep, tough scenes. Oh, wait! You know what time it is?
I do know what time it is.
Oh yeah. Let me turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably lower it so we can hear the game, but it is indeed time for that music.
Juju breaks a tackle. There he goes. Inside the 25 before he's pushed out. Big play for the Chiefs, right to definitely field goal range, but 29 yards down to the 23. Big play. What's Cooper DeJean's birthday? Because someone on the Bird app said it was his birthday as well. His is February 8th. Bro, Cooper DeJean was born in 2003. Can we be for real for a minute? Like, why? Also, Johnny Hecker. Why are players born in 2003 playing in the NFL? I feel so old.
We're old.
The MLB Pipeline just updated their top 100. There's a player born in 2007 on the list.
I hear stats like that, and I'm thinking, man, I was born like 3 years too early.
Mm-hmm. Like, man.
Because I have like the unfortunate, like I don't want to say unfortunate, but I was born like around Thanksgiving in '99, so I was like right at the end of that decade. But it was so late in the year that I can't really say that I was born in the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can, but like I don't.
Like,
I was a very, very small child during that time. So
yeah,
that's why I tell people I was alive. Like when people say you probably weren't even born yet when the Rams won their Super Bowl in 2000, I was like, oh, I was alive for it.
Yeah. I was negative 2 months old when the Ravens won their first Super Bowl. So close. All right, the Chiefs are cooking down inside the 10. Got a full house backfield.
Tweet from Urinating Tree. That fourth down call, that's the bullshit being real, my friends.
Mahomes, unbelievable! Oh, what a sick play!
Apparently he does something sick here. Let's find out.
Wow, what a play.
Let's see.
Wow.
Oh, he's keeping it?
That is unreal.
Yeah, just the QB keeper. Had all the blocks in the world. That's his second rush touchdown this game. Camera, of course, has to go right to Donna Kelsey hanging out with Taylor Swift.
That is crazy. That is... And they convert the two-pointer. They're up 7. 29 points for the Chiefs. For those wondering, that is their fourth most on the season. Third most on the season. They scored 29 against Pittsburgh on Christmas, 30 against Carolina, 30 against Tampa in overtime. That is unbelievable. A 2-rush touchdown game for Patrick Mahomes. Those don't come around very often. And I can actually fact check that. Any guesses there, Jack? Last time Mahomes had 2 rushing touchdowns in a game?
I want to say it was another Chiefs-Bills game.
The correct answer is never.
They filmed this commercial, that Chevrolet commercial that I just saw. They filmed that at my local ice rink. I did not even realize that until now. I've already seen that commercial like 400 times. But that is my local ice rink. I've played hockey there countless times.
Hope the Bills do not lead. Chiefs lead.
My friend has an over/under bet on how many times they show Taylor Swift on the on the broadcast.
Well, that's funny.
I would bet the over every time. Whatever it is you love, Paramount Plus has a mountain of it. That's good because I'm watching this freaking game on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Like
what a moment
that I paid for.
Patrick Mahomes coming through in the clutch again, time after time after time. By the way, this would count as a fourth quarter comeback.
They're down 1 going in the quarter.
Yeah. With 10 minutes to go, this would count as a fourth quarter comeback, game-winning drive, all that. It would be Mahomes' 6th career fourth quarter comeback in the playoffs, 7th career game-winning drive. Both of those were already the active leaders, the career leaders. Great question. Unfortunately, I cannot find playoff game-winning drive leaders. Oh, yes, I can. Whoa. Yes, I can. Okay. Playoff game-winning drive leaders. Brady 14, Elway 6. This would be Mahomes 7th. Brock Purdy has 3, by the way. Tied for top 10 all time.
I feel like Stafford had a few. He had 3 in the...
Stafford does have 3. Active players, Mahomes 6, Wilson 4, Purdy 3, Stafford 3, Burrow, Flacco, Goff, Rodgers 2 each.
I was gonna say the only game in the playoffs where he didn't need, when they won the Super Bowl, where he didn't need a game-winning drive was the Cardinals game because that was a blowout. But
and then comebacks, Mahomes is already tied for second with 5. Brady has 9. Active players: Russ 4, Stafford 2, Purdy, Dak, Mariota, Rodgers, Watson, Daniels, Flacco, Keenum, Lawrence, Goff 1 each. What a moment.
The Bucs-Rams game was not a comeback because it was just a tie. Remember, if you take a 28-3 lead over Tom Brady, that's when you're screwed. But if you take a 27-3 lead over Brady, you're good.
You're just gonna you blow the lead first.
You're gonna blow the lead first, but you're gonna be fine. That game had so many people convinced that Tom Brady was the Antichrist.
Yes. So, by the way, Mahomes is up to 45 rushing yards. That is his most
down and more.
His most since the Carolina game. It's 60. Hey, the Bills are only down 7.
Touchdown and PAT ties this game up.
Yeah, of course they've been going for 2 happy, so.
Yeah, that's true. A 2-point conversion would give them the lead.
Yeah, they almost certainly wouldn't go for 2. Let me be clear, but maybe like to win the game. Like if they whittled off the last 10 minutes, then perhaps they put their season on the line. But I don't know, man. What an exciting way!
I wouldn't risk
end.
overtime again. If it's
That's
the like the last play of the conference championship game,
Mhm.
it's
think
already
about it.
win or go home at that point. I would just do it.
Yeah, you'd think about it.
Yeah. I would just go for 2 because
You know, if I'm the
you go to
Chiefs-
overtime, there's no guarantee. Like,
You get the ball.
well, yeah, you get the ball, but what I'm saying is like, there's no guarantee that you get the stop if you're on
Uh-huh.
defense. Like, if you lose the ball.
Mhm. Yeah, and the Bills know all too well of how to play playoff overtime.
Yeah, exactly. The Bills have a history of overtime games in this building.
Yeah, so
Oh.
Patrick Mahomes, by the way, is of course famously 16-3 in the playoffs. He is 16-1 or 15-1 in regulation. Unless I'm missing another game that went to overtime. I don't think I am. Oh, I guess
Down an 8.
14-1 in regulation. Super Bowl win and the win over the Bills. Did the second or the Cincinnati game they won, did that one go to overtime? I don't think so. No, they won it on a
People
last
were like
second
Kansas
field
City want no. That was still the field goal. Allen on 3rd down and 8. Takes a shot. Matt Collins!
Matt Collins is going bananas for no reason. For no reason, but it's
Of
Matt
all the
Collins.
this
Yeah,
is
of
the time
all
for you
the
to do
of
it.
all the Braves, of all the Bills receivers, it's Matt
Braves.
Collins with 73 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, of all the games you want to do it, this is
Yeah,
the one.
this is the one.
This is the one.
You know,
Allen-
I bet on Allen to throw a
He's-
touchdown last week as part of my parlay. He didn't throw a touchdown. He had the 2 rushing touchdowns. So tough scenes. And of course, 4-down territory for the Bills as we speed through the 4th quarter here. All right. You live for the moments like this.
This is what I love as a sports fan. Even
Wow.
when the Rams were losing to the Eagles, when they had that last second drive, that adrenaline rush is what you live for as a sports fan.
Absolutely.
Allen throws it, and it's out of bounds.
All right.
3rd and goal. This is nice voice crack, Jack. That's absolutely go for it territory if you don't
Yeah.
convert on 3rd down.
You're in a good spot because at the worst, you give the Chiefs the ball back inside the Chiefs' 5. So maybe you get another stop. You have forced them. You forced punts twice now in the second half. So I don't know, but they did kind of dog walk you down the field just a minute ago. So yeah. You'll take them when you can, right? 6 possessions have gone into the red zone. All 6 have resulted in a touchdown. All right. My U.S. currency is on the line here. A lot of U Stadium points are on the line as well. Is incomplete. All right. So it's 3rd down on my screen.
Yeah, it is 3rd down here. They just
Chiefs timeout. I don't love a
so.
timeout there if I'm Kansas City. Could have been roughing or like a late hit out of bounds. I guess if your timeout negates a touchdown, obviously you would never know. Like if you had like 10 men on the field, but I don't know. Scary season here. Timeout Chiefs. 6:23 to go in regulation.
Here comes the snap on 3rd down and goal. Allen empty backfield, but now here comes Johnson to join him. He takes the throw. He wanted to draw the PI call. He didn't get it. McDuffie completely shut down Keon Coleman there. I don't know if that was the play.
4th and 4. Your season is basically on the line here because the Chiefs could very
You do have
easily-
3 timeouts, but the Chiefs
You
are
do
moving the
have-
ball
but
like
the Chiefs are
crazy.
the Chiefs. The Chiefs
So-
are the Chiefs. They just went dog
As,
walk, or dog walk.
As Pat McAfee likes to say, the Chiefs is still the Chiefs.
Yes. Oh, it applies because Juju Smith-Schuster does play for them. Chiefs is the Chiefs. Browns is the Browns.
Brands. Allen throwing, and he's wide open. That's a touchdown, Buffalo.
What a moment. It is tied. 29 all.
Curtis Samuel.
6 minutes to go. The Chiefs, to win this game, will need to have their season best point total.
Oh my goodness.
6:15 left. Bills 29. Chiefs 29.
What
Allen,
a play.
21 for 30. 232, 2
That is
touchdowns.
just a textbook play. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you again. But
No, you're all good.
to leave a guy, to have a play where a guy gets that wide open on 4th and goal in a situation like this, that is an absurd play call.
Season on the line, and he come through. Wow. What a moment. Curtis Samuel again.
You can do your stat read again.
Yes. Allen, 21 to 30, 232, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 26 yards, 10 carries. Mahomes, 13 to 19, 178 touchdown, 9 for 45, 2 tutties on the ground. That means that VJ's take is unfortunately not correct.
Sorry, VJ.
Yeah, unfortunate. But 2 total touchdowns for Allen, 3 total touchdowns for Mahomes. All right, 6:15 to go.
This is a banger. I'm trying to say that in the most Pat McAfee way possible. An absolute banger. Oh, I'll hear him say something goofy tomorrow on Monday Night Raw.
Maybe like that. All right, 6:15 to go. The rock music is still blaring in the background.
It is still, in fact, game-winning drive territory because there are now 6-ish minutes left in the game.
This would be Allen's first game-winning drive in the playoffs, I believe. Believe it or not. It is time for me to go to work. Joke's on you that I am not scheduled tonight. So I can go in whenever I want to. Yeah, Allen in his 7 career
It means
playoff
we're good
wins.
if this game goes to overtime.
Yeah. Oof. All right, what is your prediction for this drive there, Jack?
I'm gonna say field goal.
Yeah, I think so too. Chiefs take a field goal, like a minute 30 left. The Bills have a
Yeah,
chance
that
to go
it
down.
feels like that kind of game. And then
Yeah.
the it's gonna be wide right or something like that. That's why
That'd be
my prediction
sad.
for this was 27-24 because I thought the Bills were gonna miss another field goal. I don't know about this one.
All right. Thrilling times. What, 7 seasons? Because they missed, I guess, 19, 20. It's
I was
fifth
wrong
Super
about
Bowl in
the
6
6-ish
seasons?
minutes. No.
What, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. I think that's right.
In a game with 4 lead changes, this is the first tie tonight
Huh.
instead of when there were 0-0.
The Chiefs have won a full season's worth of one-score games consecutively. All
The
right.
late hit and the flag on Douglas.
Wow. It's just a little quick pass, and then Milano. Oh, it was a face mask on
Yeah, it
Milano.
was a face mask. I was gonna say.
Right on Milano. Yeah. Oh. He had been well. PFF did not necessarily agree with that statement, but Milano has been around the ball a lot tonight. He's at a sack. He's missed a couple tackles though, but wow.
I just saw a funny hockey clip.
A pretty even game in terms of
LC.
penalties, but give me a second.
They can kind of kill clock here until the 2-minute warning. First and 10 for the Chiefs. They're going to hand it off, and it's going to get a minimal gain. Probably like
My
4
bad.
yards. You're good.
Inside the 40. 5 minutes to go. You can still run the ball. And now this is the worst time if you're the Bills, because it's just, when do you start calling timeouts? Because do you want to give Allen timeouts? Because you don't want, like, the last thing you want is the Chiefs kicking a field goal with no time left. That's happened before. But you obviously want to stop the Chiefs.
Oh
but
my God, they left Xavier Worthy wide open. He's down at the 10-yard line.
You're in
Out of
Butker
bounds.
range. Like, even, of course, you're I think a play ahead of me now, but yeah, perhaps cover Xavier Worthy. Like,
Yeah.
the fastest man to ever play in the NFL.
The
Personally.
literal fastest 40-yard time of anyone. You don't want to leave that man wide open. And guess what team traded down in the draft to let Kansas City have him?
Yep. Johnson gets picked off. Bada bing, bada boom, and Worthy's sprinting inside the 10. So, by the way, for Xavier Worthy, he's up over 100 total yards from scrimmage today.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes gets sacked on first and goal. That's what Buffalo needed. You need a negative play like that to slow the momentum. Oh my God. Joe Thuney got ran backwards, like right into Mahomes.
Jordan Phillips. You saw Jordan Phillips against the Ravens had the hoodie underneath his jersey, like a winter coat underneath his jersey during warmups.
People do that in like OTAs all the time, so
It was quite funny.
I guess if it's for warm-ups, it's
Oof.
excusable.
Yeah.
Any way to stay
Mahomes
warm.
Just got wrecked. All right, but under
Next pass
4
is
to play.
incomplete.
So that's 2 sacks for Buffalo. Those belong to Matt Milano and Jordan Phillips. I don't love throwing it there, to be honest with you. Although it was like a screen pass, so it's really extension of the run game. But yeah, I don't love throwing it there, to be honest with you. Yeah, just not a great throw from Mahomes.
Third and goal is a little scary here. And it's like, do you go for it if you don't convert here?
Yeah.
Probably not. Because they're at, like,
not at the 17, but
Yeah, they're at the 17. So
all right.
Mahomes under all kinds of trouble. He gets hit. Ball is out. Incomplete pass. They're probably going to kick a field goal.
All right, Josh Allen, your time is now, buddy. 3:30 left. 3:30 left. You're down 3 at Kansas City. Your arch nemesis. You've lost them 3
You got all your
times.
timeouts.
You got all your timeouts.
Kansas City does not. They have 2 timeouts.
Yeah. Field goal ties it. Touchdown wins it. And you would be going up 4 if you scored a touchdown. So no, your 13-second drive, less of a chance of that because the Chiefs need a touchdown.
You know what's a scary thought, but a good scary thought, is that 3:33 is plenty of time for Buffalo to score and for the Chiefs to get the ball back.
Yeah.
This game
Yeah.
could be all over the place.
Mm-hmm. This is the most points the Chiefs have scored all season. The most points they've scored since September of 2023. All right. Josh Allen, with 3:33 to go. He's never had a playoff game-winning drive. He's never had a playoff fourth-quarter comeback. He has a chance to do that right here, right now. He led one to tie the game earlier. Can he do one to win the game? Or this would also be to tie the game, but could be to win the game. You know, imagine if Butker just missed the kick at the end of the 13 seconds game.
Oh, I would have screamed. Granted, I didn't have a horse in that race, but
Right. All right.
I was just coming off of the emotional roller coaster of the Rams-Bucks game.
Ah, yes.
So, and then for that game to happen was like, I was like, all right, our episode of the Sports Desk that week is going to be a banger.
Yes.
All
All right.
games go over.
3:33 to go.
I guess they give the Lamar Hunt trophy to either team on the field, regardless now of who wins. 'Cause it used to be a locker room celebration, but they just said it was on the field, so I guess they don't care anymore.
Yeah, it makes sense doing it on the field.
Yeah, I would always do it on the field, regardless of where it is. Because
Yeah.
a locker room trophy presentation is just kind of lame.
Yeah, I agree.
Because yeah, you're not out in front of the fans, but like you should have a chance to flex with that trophy.
I agree.
That is the wrong direction, Mr. I'm forgetting their running back's name.
Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson, yeah. You don't want to lose yards.
It's funny, like on the ESPN, it's Ty Johnson, like Ty period Johnson. It's like his name is Ty Johnson. Like you don't need.
It's not short for Tyler. It's
yeah,
Ty
it's
Johnson.
just Ty. Menahue is hyped. That wasn't. I guess that.
He's got
Tershawn
a
Wharton.
lot more
Okay,
time.
he-
Oh, he runs for. He's free. He's got all kinds of space. Gets the first down. Tripped up. Past the 40.
Big run for Josh Allen.
Looked like for a second maybe he wasn't gonna get there, but he did.
He's largely been held in check on the ground, but that's his longest of the day.
Good time for it.
Yeah. If he had broken that tackle, that's another probably 10 yards.
He's got that mullet energy right now. I can sense
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. All right.
Allen throwing down. I don't know what happened there. It looked like he thought the play was dead. Second down.
All right.
That was a weird play. The way he was standing in the pocket, I thought that he
Yeah,
thought
it
the
was-
play was dead.
really nonchalant there, but incomplete.
I thought I heard a whistle for a second too. I'm surprised. I guess Allen probably just
No.
not 100% on the same page as his offense.
I was just over the head of Hicks. $2:21 to go.
Oh, that ball is tipped. I hate tip passes so much. They send me into uncontrollable rage.
Yes. Ooh. All right, Bills do have all 3 timeouts, so you can
gotta
can
pick
still
up the
punt.
blitzer.
Like I think it's go for it territory, just given the game situation.
In the
But,
circumstances.
yeah, but you do have the 3 timeouts, so if you
Massive
fail,
blitz, the screen pass. He's not going to get there.
all right. Big moments, big player, Josh Allen, as a 4th down.
You're going to have the
This-
2-minute warning to think about a 4th and 5.
The season is on the line. Almost.
They pick up the blitz, but they just go for a screen pass. I don't really know if that's the play, but I
Right.
don't know what else they can do either.
Yeah. All
Because
right.
you don't have enough time to like take a shot or like find a guy forward.
All
Because
right.
if you
Entering
can against the blitz, then you can make it happen. But it's
the biggest
really
play
tricky.
of Josh Allen's career is right now.
Yeah, this is it.
This is a
This is-
legacy-defining moment.
This team has been your kryptonite for your entire career. It has been this team that has shut you down time and time and time again.
It's been in this stadium. You had your moment. You had your Kodak moment. You scored a touchdown. You threw a touchdown to Gabe Davis with 13 seconds left. The Chiefs said, "Hold my beer." Well, now you have a chance to say, "Hold my beer" to the Chiefs. Down 3, 4th and 5 from midfield. From just inside your territory. First down puts you in Chiefs territory. Rolling clock with like a minute 50 left. Consider the Chiefs have been to 2 Super Bowls ever, and they are on the cusp of going to their 7th now. Like 1, 4, 54, 55, 57, 58, potentially 59.
Probably 62 at this rate.
All right. Josh Allen. The season comes down to this. Maybe they punt and they bring the tomfoolery. Fake punt. That's an idea. I wonder if I don't think they punted today. Have they punted today?
Have the Chiefs punted today? Yes. I don't know about the Bills.
The Bill. Okay.
I
I
think they
wonder if
have,
Sam
actually.
Martin can throw the football.
I think the Bills actually have punted. Yeah.
Yes, Sam Martin has 2 punts. Let me see. Sam Martin attempted a pass in his career. I'm gonna guess he has, because he's been around so long. He has 3 rush attempts in his career. Yes, he is 2 for 2 for 27 yards, 1 first down. A 118.7 rating. All right, no spoilers. Being 1 play ahead. All right.
Does that mean I have to not talk or?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you would. Scary times. Allen all by himself in the gun.
I'll mute.
Shakir in motion. Allen chucks it deep. Incomplete pass.
Oh,
The Chiefs
my
take over with
goodness.
154 to go.
There's a flag.
Oh, a flag.
There is a flag. Hold everything.
There's a flag. What's the flag for? ESPN's not helping me out here. They don't have a flag down.
No, there's no flag. Probably
There's-
a glove came loose or something. I think Tony Romo or Jim Nantz got confused by like a yellow glove or something being thrown down, but there is no flag. I think Allen wants a roughing the passer. Let me see. No, that's just getting tackled as you throw it.
All right, Chiefs take over.
The game is
in
not
Bills
over.
territory.
The game is not
Oh, wait,
over.
wait, we got to take off the music. It is no longer game-winning drive time.
The game is not over, to be clear, because
It's not
the
over
Bills
yet.
have all their timeouts.
Bills have their
They're
timeout.
gonna have to use one right here.
Legacy drive for Josh Allen. Did not go well. They got 1 first down. Allen with his legs, but 6 plays, 17 yards. That's not going to get it done with the season on the line. 150 left. Bills have 2 timeouts. They need a miracle. They need a miracle. Can they get a miracle? Throws it Pacheco. Oh, he stiff arms him to the turf.
And he gets the first down.
He's out of bounds, though. He's out of bounds, so if there's any solace for the Bills Mafia, he's out of bounds. They are in field goal range. It'd be a long field goal, but you're in field goal range. But what a moment. The Chiefs trying to go to their 5th Super Bowl in 6 years. They're in their 7th consecutive AFC Championship game. Timeout, Chiefs. 1:45 left in regulation.
The Super Bowl logo color theory is alive, by the way.
Yes, it
because
is.
this one is like yellow, green, and red.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got the green with the Eagles, and then the yellow and red with Kansas City.
This is true.
Or if it's Buffalo that somehow pulls
That's
a win
also-
out of this, then they have out the red at least, and the green is just there.
Yeah, who are the chefs?
Who are the chefs?
Great commercial. Great commercial.
I love how they remade that with Andy Reid. Andy Reid's the perfect guy to remake that with.
Just a great commercial, that is. Right, Pacheco is stuffed. Bill's trying to rip it out. Imagine that. That would be
Imagine if that had that the entire city of Buffalo would go into a panic.
Yes. Balls on the field. Imagine. Oof. All right. 2nd and 9. All right, if you're
Oh man, watching that drop is painful.
and Kincaid could have had it. Imagine your tight end, in theory.
You can't blame anyone that time but Kincaid. Like that, you should just catch that ball. I get that it was a panic play, but he got both his hands on it.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, 2nd down. Now, if you're the Chiefs, do you attempt to pass on 3rd down and like have a better chance of converting? But if it's incomplete, then you give the Bills about 1:30 left. Or do you run the ball and guarantee yourself 45 seconds off the clock, but have a low likelihood that you actually convert the 1st down?
It is 3rd and 9, and the Bills have called timeout.
Yeah, so you have 1:35. Bills are out of timeouts. I don't know, man. I think you throw it. You have arguably the greatest to ever do it under center.
One of the greatest.
This seems like a perfect Kelsey opportunity. Like Travis has been pretty quiet today. 2 catches, 19 yards, only the 4 targets. This feels like a Travis Kelsey moment. Although last year it wasn't Travis Kelsey that knocked the Ravens out. It was Marquez Valdes-Scantling. All right, do you throw it here? Mahomes, 2 guys in motion, 3rd and 5, or 3rd and 9, season on the line for Buffalo. They drop to throw. Mahomes floats one. P-Ride gets the edge.
Oh my
and
god!
The Chiefs are going to the Superb Owl for the 5th time.
I can't believe
years.
I have to root for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl for the 3rd year in a row. The 3rd year in a row. Because I'm not rooting for them in 50. I guess I didn't care about 57 actually, but I'm not rooting for the Eagles. I'm not rooting for the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not rooting for the Eagles this year. So it's like, God, this is the exact opposite of what I think a lot of people wanted. All of this for another freaking rematch.
Unbelievable. Chiefs 32, Bills 29. All right, we got a rematch. That's crazy. All right, Jack. What's your gut reaction? Who's winning the Super Bowl? Chiefs or Eagles?
Chiefs.
All right.
I don't see a team that can stop them. I don't.
I don't
This is
think I don't know how they'll be able to stop Kelsey or not Kelsey, Saquon.
yeah, but I don't know how the Eagles are going to be able to stop Kelsey or Mahomes. Like I just like
That's true.
man, it's
What a moment for the Chiefs. Wow.
I really feel like the Bills got screwed on that call, on that first down call. I really do feel like that he was across the line.
Yeah,
But
that was
even still,
I think that's just a classic Stans take to me.
I mean that's fair. But like even still, all I'm saying is that like they still had the opportunity to win the game and you blew it.
Yeah.
So the Bills once again cannot get over the hump in Kansas City.
Drops them to 0-4. Not the first time the Bills have gone 0-4 in something. Wow. And we have one game left in the season. If you can believe that. Wow.
Man.
I have no more words. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm out of words. I am hurting inside, but it is what it is. We have a rematch of the Super Bowl again. In Super Bowl 58, we got a Niners, not Eagles. We got a Niners Chiefs rematch, and now we have a Chiefs and Eagles rematch of Super Bowl 57 and Super Bowl 59.
Mm-hmm.
What is parity?
Yeah, I don't know.
Never heard of it in the NFL.
No. And the Chiefs look to become the first team to ever win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. That would be unbelievable, truly.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah.
What a game.
What a game. It was a good game. It was a good game, but I feel
that ended up crazy game.
I guess we should get final stats and
Yeah.
then
Then I need to head into work. By the way, Josh Allen tried to turn the ball over 5 times in this game. I just want to remind everyone before we memory hole that he tried to turn the ball over 5 times.
There you go. And again, just in case we haven't stated this enough already, reminder that the Bills traded the number 32 overall pick back to the Chiefs in the draft, and the Chiefs drafted Xavier Worthy, and Xavier Worthy basically won them the game.
Yes.
Or contributed to such. Josh Allen was 22 for 34, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes was 18 for 26, 245 yards, 1 touchdown. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns, so 3 total. James Cook, 13 carries for 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt, 17 carries for 64 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving leaders were Matt Collins for Buffalo. He had 3 receiving receptions, but 73 yards, 1 touchdown. Xavier Worthy had 6 receptions for 85 yards and 1 touchdown.
There you go.
And that, I think, is just going to about wrap us up. I don't have too much more to say other than we have a rematch. I don't know if we'll have a watch party, but I know you got to get to work. So
yes, that is true. By the way, I am going to look at Josh Allen's performance in the 2020 conference championship game, because this one, obviously the He didn't. Yeah, he had a 56 offensive grade and a 50.1 passing grade. Also, 3 big time throws and 3 turnover worthy plays. So, good job, Josh Allen, trying to throw the game away. So, good job, buddy. Alrighty. Yeah, tough scenes. I may or may not have lost $500.
Oh, that's the worst part.
I said U.S. currency. I did not specify that it was $500 on Bill's money.
I thought, oh, you just bet like $20 on this casually. No, you bet 500 on this one. Good luck.
Yep. Okay. Tough scenes. That's okay. I'll make it back.
Yep. We got Super Bowl bets. We got Super Bowl takes.
Yes.
I found out recently that Prize Picks is legit in Cali now, so I might try that.
Nice.
Only bet what you can afford to lose, kids.
Yes. Yes. I have a job, so that helps matter.
That helps you, yeah.
So
I'm in
all
the
right,
process.
GG boys, GG's. Congratulations to the Chiefs. Congratulations to Mahomes and Xavier Worthy, Isaiah Pacheco. Big play. Samaje Perine. The season on the line. You throw it to Samaje Perine, and he comes through. What a moment. So that's that. I got to head to work.
All right. Yeah, that's going to wrap us up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll probably record the next actual episode of the Sports Desk at some point within the next week or so. Mm-hmm. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel. Tell all your friends. Follow us on X at all the handles down below. And, of course, ring-a-ding-ding, the Le'Veon Bell notification bell so you guys get notified whenever we do anything. Only one game of football left. Not sure if we'll do a watch party for the Super Bowl, but I guess we'll see.
I don't know. I do have to work that night, unfortunately.
So. Oh, that sucks. That's the worst. Yeah. All right. But in the meantime, we'll see you guys next time. And as always, Super Bowl 56 champion Aaron Donald, Transit Knives.
He does.